Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Big Blue Unfiltered Podcast, talking New York Giants football and the NFL. Here now is Ian Campbell, Brian Gallagher Jr., and Greg Rommel.
Three and a half minutes.
Okay.
I mean, we might as well just kick it off. We'll have Brian keep that, or Brian or Connor keep that editing in right there.
Yeah, he'll just cut
just cut us in at 3:50. We'll start talking now.
Well, just keep this in there.
Yeah,
This is natural.
We're gonna open up like Joe Rogan does.
Yeah.
We're gonna open up like Rogan.
Yeah.
It's gonna be mid convo.
We don't mess
Cue
around.
the
Mid-convo.
music and we'll be talking.
Yeah. So everyone go on Google and type in Family Watchdog.
No,
Protect your kids. Just protect your kids.
You can type in your address and see what sex offenders live around you,
Oh my gosh.
and you can see what they did.
We just went down a rabbit hole.
Yeah,
for
that was
like
a
15 minutes.
crazy 15, 20 minutes there.
You got to know your neighbors.
Got
And let me tell you, they're everywhere.
Yeah, it's
we looked
crazy.
up multiple addresses.
They're everywhere,
It's fucking nuts. Yeah.
and some of them are like, oh, not that it's acceptable, but it's like in 1990, it was, he may have tried to have sex with a woman who was drunk. But then there, you get to one where it was like violent rape.
Yeah.
It's like
Whoa.
definitely
Like,
different.
You can see like their prison mugshot and then just a picture of the dude at like the county like
Yeah.
sheriff's office.
Yeah,
or
like when
something.
he moved to the state, he had
And-
to register.
And the site labels them as different levels of threats.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all color coded.
Yeah, it's
So the
crazy.
highest
Yellow
one we
is
saw
the
was
worst one.
level 3.
Yeah,
which is
level
not
3.
good.
It is one of those sites where if you get on it, you will be on it
Yeah,
for
you're down a rabbit
a
hole.
while.
Yeah, you get a little nosy.
But anywho,
Anyway, so Wander Franco. No, we are a football podcast, so we're going to do our best to talk football in July.
yes,
Yeah,
very difficult.
Do we want to kick off with the happenings of the league? I say that in air quotes. People can't see me. We don't have video yet. We'll get video for this this fall.
Yeah, definitely.
Or do we want to start Giants? I mean, what are we
maybe-
thinking?
Let's start trailer of
Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks.
That
That's what I was looking for. I was going to say HBO.
That looks good.
I know it's
I'm
HBO.
excited.
yeah.
Is that tomorrow?
That is
Yeah,
tomorrow,
it's gonna be
July
tomorrow.
2nd. Yep.
Nice.
I don't know if it's like midnight tonight it comes out, or if it's like an 8:00 premiere. I don't know.
Ooh, if it's
Anybody
midnight tonight, then I might be staying up late.
I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know. if
I think they'll do like
Probably
a-
be like at
at
8,
night.
8
Probably
p.m.
like 8
release or
o'clock.
something.
Yeah.
they'll do it how they
I'll
used to
probably
do on
watch it
TV.
Wednesday, in all honesty.
Yeah.
But
But it looks good. I mean, it seems like we're going to get a lot of insight onto the Burns move.
interesting little
'Cause
snippet
it seems
on
like they asked.
Barkley.
It seems like they asked Bowen like what he wanted. Like, if we need to go get a player for you, who do you want?
Yeah.
And he was like, I need a guy that can put his hand down and
They
go
were
get the
talking
quarterback.
2 firsts, 2
2
twos,
seconds. Yeah.
2 seconds, yeah.
And they got him for, I
a
think,
second
1.
but they,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, to sign him, but
Yeah. For a lot of money.
yeah, for a lot of money. But
And then
I'm confident he could be.
I don't know if it was editing, but it seems by the trailer that Barkley might get exposed.
I'm hoping so, because
Yeah.
there's just no way the Giants just let him go without talking to him at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he was only saying, he was like, they only offered me contracts last year.
Yeah. So if he says they didn't even offer me a deal, and then it comes out that Shane, because even Shane was like, "Are you going to give us a chance to match?"
yeah. Like, do I have your word on that? Or
Yeah.
you're not-
And then
you're not even
if
gonna give us
Barkley got a
chance?
contract from the Eagles and then didn't, and even if he told Shane, "No, I'm not going to give you the chance to match,"
Yeah.
that's on
fine.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Like if the Giants are saying, "Can you give us a chance to match a contract?" Sure, they can look at you and be like, "No, we're not going to match that."
yeah, of
But
course.
don't
I mean,
pretend that the Giants didn't offer you a
like,
deal.
yeah, I think that's the thing.
'Cause it's like the
don't
Eagles are
spread
offering-
the
yeah.
narrative that
If
like
the Eagles are going to offer you more money and Shane's going to come back and be like, "Well, we're not going to match it, so here's $3 million less a year."
Yeah.
That's like GMs don't do that. They're
No,
not going
no.
to give you an offer that's less than what you have, knowing you're not going to take it.
right,
Yeah.
right,
Exactly.
exactly.
So for Barkley to say they didn't even offer me a deal, it's like on a technicality he's right, but at the same time, like you're
Yeah,
wrong in a
but
way.
they've offered him deals in the past. We've gone down this
Yeah,
rabbit
yeah.
hole like a million times.
I
but
just I
it'll
hope
be
he-
interesting. I'm curious to see what the editing is.
I hope
yeah.
he gets exposed.
Yeah. So
And
do
from
I,
that
man.
one brief clip of Shane Bowen, I was excited.
Yeah, he seems like an intense guy.
Yeah.
Like,
We're going to run a 3-4.
yeah, we're kind of getting back to like
Yep.
what we've always remembered Giants defenses to be.
Wait,
So
was it a 3-4 or a 4-3? I think it was a 3-4.
4-3 guy.
4-3.
Is he 4-3?
4-3, yeah.
So that makes sense why they brought in Burns.
Yeah.
So then would it be
So are they
Burns?
they're going to use Burns as a D end? Normally he's been an outside
I
linebacker.
think him and Thibs are going to
So
be, yeah.
I saw a
Got,
there was
like,
an
hand in the
article
dirt.
that came out today from NFL.com. It was like defensive breakout team, and Tibbs was the leading edge guy on that team.
I mean,
like that.
he should.
Going into his third year, I mean, he looked great last year. Like, again, our biggest issue with him is consistency.
Yeah, and
100%.
If he can be a consistent pass rusher, he's gonna get 15 sacks.
I think he's.
Yeah,
I
he
think
just needs to be consistent.
I think
every week.
Bones' thing is like his edge rushers are edge rushers.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to be like a
and they're
drop
talking
back. Like yeah,
and they were talking about a big, strong, like get to the quarterback guy to put next to Dex.
yeah. I mean,
So I think they want Dex to be that like nose tackle, like a Snacks on a 4-3,
yeah. I think
and then
so,
the
too.
guy next to him. They were talking about what's his name, Riley.
Yeah, he was really
Yeah.
good last year.
I feel like Dex has done a decent job of getting to the quarterback though. For a
He
defensive
always
lineman.
does for a defensive tackle.
But now imagine like if you can get
Like
him
I don't
in
want him to
single.
be just a run stopper. I think you just let him do what he does.
You know
Yeah.
who I kind of wish we had in this defense is Big Cat. Leonard
Yeah.
Williams.
Yeah,
He'd be awesome
Mhm.
next to Burns and like
he
switching
signed,
around.
he signed back with Seattle.
He
with
did.
that
Yeah, big
insane
deal.
contract.
it
Yeah.
just made so much sense to trade him.
He's
Yeah.
made a lot of money.
We got a second round pick out of that.
Yeah, heck yeah. Which did we flip for Burns?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
That was the pick. We basically traded him for
a
Burns,
fifth. Yeah.
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not bad at all. I mean, did you also see in that the last part of the Hard Knocks trailer where they were showing like Jones and everything?
Yeah,
I think
Yeah,
we're gonna
rehab.
we're
learn
gonna see a
more
lot of
about
Jones
him.
rehab.
Yeah, and learn more about him as like a person.
It-
too.
yeah, it's gonna
He's
give
always
him-
been kind of like shy away from the media.
Yeah, like
yeah,
Eli
yeah.
was.
Yeah,
It's
so
gonna give
yeah.
Jones some humanity.
They do
Yeah.
say he's like one of the hardest workers on the team.
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
I know.
Everyone seems to
only
love
go
him.
so far, but yeah. Like,
I don't know. If the line can give him time, he can be an okay quarterback.
yeah, I think so.
I'm not saying he's going to be the franchise guy, and I still think after this year we should probably get rid of that contract.
Yeah, I think that ship has sailed like completely.
I mean, he needs to go out and have like a 35 passing touchdown year.
yeah.
He almost needs to be like a top 5 quarterback in the
Yeah.
league to get a contract.
Yeah,
When
Yeah.
do you think they started filming that?
I think they
Do you
started.
think they started at the end of last season where they show like guys getting?
I want to
cut and
say they
released
started
and-
around
Maybe.
January.
Yeah,
Yeah, I could see that.
that's like the end of the season. Yeah,
They show
That's
the
also-
end of the
yeah.
season and guys like leaving.
You start free agency, you start your scouting.
Yeah, I think it's yeah. 'Cause
It'll
it
be
wouldn't
cool
really
to
make
see the
sense to
draft
start
stuff,
like
too.
in between.
We will see the draft stuff.
yeah, it's gonna.
I
Be
would
cool.
Well, they
really
had
like
that
it.
call with Newman.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Like,
that,
I wouldn't really like it if they started like around when Barkley was gone, because that was like March, right?
oh no, I mean we'll be probably before that. I assume.
Yeah, I'd like to see January because I just like to see them talking about like postseason or not.
It'll
postseason,
probably
but end of the
be-
season meetings.
It'll
like, all
probably
that.
start maybe like the week after the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
It'll probably open with 2 days after Super Bowl blank blank. What
Oh,
was it?
yeah.
55 or
It'll
something?
it'll be like that
I think
voiceover,
it
like
was
the
like
56 maybe.
the Giants are
Yeah, I
cleaning
think so.
up after a long season.
yeah.
the narrator.
Co-
whoever's
yeah,
narrating.
coming back into work after the Super Bowl is now over
Yeah,
or something
Yeah,
like that.
well, it's not going to be that dude who shot his coworker on set.
No, it's not.
No, Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
He narrated a lot of Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
I think
He
Yeah.
did.
Yeah,
That's
he
he was
did.
the guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that ship has sailed.
But I am seeing now CeeDee Lamb will request to be traded if the Cowboys do not offer him a new contract worth at least $32 million per year.
So what did
That's crazy.
what did Jefferson get?
30 something, because it says he wants to be at least the second highest paid wide receiver in the NFL.
Honestly, when they put the stats side by side, I was kind of shocked that his stats
Yeah.
were that good.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
pretty
you
similar.
have to remember too. Lamb has always had a solid wide receiver 2 on the other side.
Yeah, no, I just didn't think he was like.
Oh no, yeah, he's good.
He kind of like quietly.
I think if you
does it.
swapped their teams, Justin Jefferson puts up insane
ridiculous
numbers, and Lamb is still a good receiver, but he's
Oh,
not
yeah.
not amazing on his own.
Jefferson got 4 years, 140 million with 110 guaranteed. So
Okay,
he's
so
getting
that's-
about 30 something million a year, 35 million a year.
30 and change. Yeah,
Yeah.
somewhat.
But it's structured weird. So this year he'll get 8.5, 2025 he'll get 15.
Yeah, they're kicking it down the road.
Oh, here's a fun thing. Worst historical sack margins. So this is sacks allowed with, sacks that we got.
Yeah.
So since 2000, negative 35, 2019 Miami, and 2001 Detroit.
Wow.
The next is negative 38, 2023 Carolina, and 2022 Chicago.
Hmm.
Then the next is negative 39, 2018 Oakland. Next is negative 40, 2000 Carolina, and 2016 Cleveland.
Mm.
That Texans team, 2002, negative 41.
first
The
year, right?
historic
First year of
Carr was
existence.
quarterback.
Yeah, that historically bad Texans
They
team.
were really bad. Yeah.
So that was all between -35 and -41.
Wow.
-51, 2023 New York Giants.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, you got to think they gave up 85
Wink.
sacks.
Thanks, Wink. And the
Offensive line.
I know. Well, it's both.
Like I know Dave.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know how many times.
That is
Recipe
horrible.
for disaster.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times, Giants fans, NFL fans, everyone's going to say this. Daniel Jones isn't a great quarterback, but if you're getting sacked 30 times in 6 games,
Dude, you're fucked. You can't. Yeah.
last year in 16 games, he got sacked 44 times.
Speaking of Jones, I want to look at his contract right now compared to these other recent signings.
He's easy to
Oh, yeah,
pick.
it's
Jones is
great.
so easy to pick on.
Yeah.
Like, because they're like, one, it's the Giants. They picked on Eli for years, too.
Yep.
About anything and everything. So, I don't know.
Daniel Jones is 12th in
Yeah,
contract.
and
Yeah.
he's going to
Which
continue to drop
I
back.
think that's probably between 8 to 12 is Jones.
And he
like-
dropped down to 12th for average.
Yeah.
They probably should have paid him like $35 million. But
I think with the way the
Hindsight's
contract is
20/20.
structured,
Compared to
the
everyone
easy
else,
out.
that's
yeah, you
not
pay him
bad.
a little extra up front,
Burrow's making 55.
What's
Lawrence is
Mahomes
making
getting?
55. Mahomes is getting 45.
45, yeah.
But
Yeah, but he jumps up in the next couple of years, right?
Yeah,
And he
goes up
restructures
to-
his contract all the time.
Yeah.
Next year, he's supposed to go up to 66 million.
Remember when it was crazy that Brady was like
66 million.
when
Yeah.
Brady was like the 10th highest paid quarterback with like 20 million?
But honestly, like
Yeah.
at what point
Eli was getting a lot.
At what point does like Joe Burrow need $55 million a
Yeah,
year?
it's
Like why would
killing
you
the
take like
teams.
48? Like
Trevor Lawrence getting 55 kind of blows my mind. Too.
I mean, at this point, the only quarterback deserving that money is Mahomes.
I think so.
if you're a guy
Mahomes
like-
and Allen.
If
maybe.
you're Burrow,
maybe.
how do you not be like Brady took no money to win and he won multiple championships?
I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you. Burrow's kind of in a little bit of like a prove it.
I
in
don't
a
want to say
way.
prove it,
He's been
not prove
he's
that
been
you're
hurt
good, prove
and-
that you're elite,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prove that you're
Yeah.
like top 5.
prove that you deserve to be in talks with
Right.
Mahomes.
100%.
Because right now it's Allen and Mahomes,
And you could even argue.
and Allen I think falls out of that talks this year with no
Yeah.
Diggs.
It's gonna be tough for him.
He's going to have a tough year.
Might have a
If
lot
you
of
have him in
turnovers.
fantasy,
Yeah.
you trade him.
Unless honestly, wink, wink. Unless he like doesn't feel the pressure to push the ball to Diggs anymore, which he very well could.
But,
Keon
who's,
Coleman,
but who is he going to throw to?
Keon
That's the thing.
Coleman.
Yeah, they had that.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be solid.
Yeah, but I don't know.
He's not Diggs, but
I would take
I
the unders on Allen passing stats this year.
I don't know.
Unless if it's set low already.
It probably is.
What is their depth chart looking like?
But if you were to say like year to year passing stats, I would guess his stats are lower across the board this year compared to last.
they got a bunch of
Yeah,
like
he won't
they
have
got
the
a bunch
big
of
play.
like solid wide receiver.
I mean, they
teams.
do have
They got Valdez
Kincaid.
Scantley, right?
Yeah, they have Keon Coleman. He's a rookie. They have Curtis Samuel, Khalil Shakir, Mac Hollins, Chase Claypool,
Where's the tight end?
and MBS.
Dalton Kincaid.
Kincaid. Yeah,
Dion.
They also have
Yeah, Kincaid.
they could be a heavy
Kincaid
tight
and
end
Knox.
Knox and Kincaid. Yeah,
Yeah. And,
and then James Cook.
is
James
solid.
Cook can catch the ball.
team. Yeah.
He's solid.
That's going to be a totally different offense this year.
You know what? He won't
Yeah,
have
it's
like
gonna look
the
more complete.
explosive plays,
But that doesn't fit Allen's play
Nah,
style.
because he wants to gunsling it.
Also, it doesn't fit Daniel Jones' play style.
That's why he's going to be.
He is Josh Allen light.
That's why Josh Allen's going to be a New York Giant one day.
How cool would that be?
Next year.
Be sick.
Dable
Next
just-
year after we
just
go
fucking
after we win
unload.
2 or 3 games, get the number 1 pick and cut Jones and trade for Allen.
Unfortunately, I feel like we're going to
That'd
win
be
more
crazy.
games than
If-
that.
wait, they trade the pick to the Bills?
Yeah.
And get Allen?
Trade
That would
trade
be-
their next 3 first to the Bills, including which would be the number 1 next year
That'd be crazy.
for Josh Allen. Would you do that?
I mean, you think about it. Josh Allen.
Knowing that Jones's contract is off the books.
Honestly,
the-
yes, because
the
I don't
Bills-
like the quarterbacks next year.
Yeah, the
No.
Bills have a terrible year.
Mhm.
Hear me out. They
Yeah.
fire McDermott.
They win 5 games.
win 5 games. They're looking at this. They've gone back and
The
forth
division,
around.
Miami and the Jets are better than they are. And I
Yeah.
think the Patriots are going to take a step this year. Not good, but
No,
like I think the
yeah.
Pats could be like in wild card talks around Christmas.
The Patriots
or
could
not
act-
Christmas.
the
I keep
Patriots
forgetting
could
Christmas
actually
is
be the
not like
worst team
halfway
in the
through the
league this
season.
year.
The Patriots will
have a good
be.
chance.
Here's my bold prediction: the Patriots will be in a wild card spot on Thanksgiving.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
I could see that.
How many weeks is that?
That's like week 11.
Yeah.
I haven't
11.
heard great things about Drake May.
So I could see them being 6-5.
Yeah, that's a wild card spot.
Yeah, 6-5.
But then from there they can go 6-11, or they can go 7-10. You know,
Yeah,
They could finish 9 and
They don't
7.
have great weapons for May.
I like Pop Douglas.
Yeah, was he just drafted this year?
No, he was there last year,
Oh,
but he's small.
yeah,
Yeah.
But I like him.
They signed Stevenson, the running back, to like a
Yeah.
huge
They
deal.
signed to a
right?
big deal.
Yeah.
That was kind of crazy.
I think they added some actually decent weapons. So they drafted Jalen Polk. I like him. He was Florida State's other guy.
Oh, okay.
They took Javon Baker in the 4th. So they took 2 receivers.
Do they have Juju?
Yeah, they do.
They still have him.
They have Kendrick Bourne, Demario Douglas, Jalen Polk, KJ Osborne, not a terrible receiver.
Okay.
Okay, so that's
Juju.
actually like good depth.
At running back, they've got Ramondre Stevenson and they have Antonio Gibson.
Okay,
If he,
so
Washington did not use him correctly last year. I know he's not what he was,
Yeah. No.
but as
a
a backup, kind of scat back, Gibson's good. At tight end, Hunter Henry, Austin Hooper, that's a good tight end combo.
okay, so they actually made
It's
some
not bad.
decent moves.
And they have a top 5 defense.
Do they have
their defense
Gesicki
is
too?
solid.
They don't anymore.
No.
No,
I forget where he signed.
Is he a Bengal?
You know what?
He might be a Bengal.
I think so. He is
I
a
know
Bengal
Yeah, he was drafted by Miami
to replace.
What's his face?
Not Uzomah. because he was there. He was with the Jets last year.
Was
Someone
Hayden
was
Hurst
there.
there last year?
No, I think he was with the Panthers. Uzomah was with the Jets last year. They signed someone.
I know.
Um,
They have Drew Sample.
was it Everett? No, he was on the Chargers.
Yeah. Who was that guy? Damn it.
Hold on, let me go
Imagine
to.
he's still
Let's see, December
Imagine if
1st.
Tyler Eifert was still like around.
I know.
It
He
was
faded
Tanner
out quick.
Hudson,
Yeah.
Drew Sample, Irv Smith Jr. That's who they brought in.
So they didn't. I mean,
Everyone who was like, yeah, Irv Smith Jr. is really going to break out. The guy has,
Done
taken
nothing.
last in every
Yeah.
fantasy league ever. But
Yeah, yeah,
and then by week 3 he's in free agency again.
yeah. That's actually okay. It's not bad.
Yeah, some players moved around.
Yeah.
I have heard a lot of good things about Theo Johnson in camps, or not camp, but OTAs and everything.
Really,
Yeah.
Oh, is Bader going to get tossed at the plate?
Everyone's
Oh, okay.
saying Theo Johnson looks explosive.
is he the dude from Purdue?
Penn State.
Penn State.
The tight end.
Oh, I got the other guy.
Yo,
mixed up
he's
from
a
Purdue.
fucking. He's a big guy.
Theo?
He's a big.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they said They said Cager looks amazing too.
Mm-hmm.
They said Bellinger may get cut.
Well, they
Oh my
say,
God,
Yeah.
really? There's no way.
They were I read an article that were saying like Bellinger's like the sleeper to get cut. I hope
Holy
he doesn't
shit.
get cut because I think Waller freed
Well,
that
if they
up,
keep
but-
3
yeah.
tight ends, Bellinger, Theo Johnson,
and Cager
and
they-
Cager,
that's
like they're not
fine.
going to keep Chris Manhertz or Jack Stoll.
didn't they
No.
keep 3 last year?
Yeah.
They always keep
Yeah.
3. Yeah, so
It'll be-
Waller
so it'll be
Waller
Bellin-
did everyone a
okay.
favor.
It'll be
yeah.
Bellinger, Cager, and Theo Johnson.
I like that.
Yeah, Waller
I like
did
that.
everyone a favor. Yeah.
And then you've got Neighbors, Slayton, Wandale. I every time I look at this, I'm like, holy shit, we have Allen Robinson.
Yeah,
He's not good,
Could be like
But,
an end
like-
zone threat.
but to see the name Allen Robinson is like, what?
Because at one
Yeah.
time he was freaking good.
Yeah.
he was very good. Imagine.
Well, remember it was the Kenny Galladay free agency year, and everyone was
Yeah.
like, we want Allen Robinson, and then the Bears tagged him,
Yeah.
and we were like, well, I guess we got to sign Kenny Galladay.
Yeah.
yeah,
Now we got both of them,
yeah.
and they're both washed up,
Which we thought was a
imagine
great
he turns
move.
Back
Yeah.
the clock this year just has a random year.
like 650 yards.
Yeah.
Hyatt.
Honestly,
I forgot we got Isaiah McKenzie too.
Bills guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hodgins.
How many Bills did we add this year?
We got Miles Boykin,
I haven't heard of that name in a while.
Bryce
We-
Ford Wheaton.
we have like a sleepy.
I
like him.
I like
I
Bryce
like him.
Ford Wheaton.
My
I
problem
like him.
is he went undrafted for a reason,
yeah,
Yeah,
that's always
and
the
he
thing.
tore his ACL.
Yeah, he could be he's a project.
He's a tall guy with speed
Yeah,
who couldn't really run routes, which means he's not cutting well.
Yeah.
And then he tore his ACL. So the one part
Which
of his
is
game
not
that was
good,
the one
yeah.
part of his game that was weak tore
He got
the thing
weaker,
that yeah. So if he's the last wide receiver on the roster, I'm okay with it. But we wouldn't know if he would have even made the team last year.
Yeah.
yeah, it's true.
But they did have this year. They added the extra injury slot for the rosters.
Yep. You get
Did
one
they?
more spot.
So so now the rosters are
huge.
basically 54, 55 guys.
Hmm.
Because you can keep 2 guys on long-term IR
I didn't
Which
know
is
that.
amazing.
and activate them at week 5. I think it is. They have to go 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's big. That's
Yeah.
huge. Yeah, IR is 4 weeks.
And
That's
then the line.
What is the line looking like right now?
So
Our lads has AT,
Runyon.
Illuminor. They have Runyon on the right.
I thought he. Oh yeah, that was that whole thing. He wants to play left, but they're making.
I think they
play
want
right.
him on the right to
Yeah.
help Neil.
That makes
Really?
sense. Yeah.
See,
I mean,
the kind of
Illuminor's
thing-
going
that's
to
the kind of thing I feel like we're going to be talking about, though.
Yeah, like,
Illuminor's-
why do they meddle with that? If he
Illum-
really
Why
wants
did
to play
they-
left,
He's going to
yeah.
be screaming about. He's going to be like, "Why did they move him? Why did they move him?"
Illuminor's playing right tackle week 2.
You
Evan
think?
Neal's going to have a bad week 1,
I wonder if
and Illuminor will be the week 2 starting right tackle, and you will see Stinney go to left
so
guard.
this is
Pull up,
interesting.
pull up a schedule and look at the defensive lines we'll be facing. The pass rushers will be going up against.
So this is where it
Because they're
gets
not going
kind of
against Thomas.
interesting because Evan Neal kind of sat out mini camp, and I think they're gonna. This wouldn't shock me if we open up training camp
Mhm.
and we get a report from like a Dunleavy or Talking Giants that Evan Neal is playing left guard, and did the Giants just not want everybody to talk about that all the way through?
Possibly.
If they're-
I'd love for that.
That'd be
I'd love to
interesting.
see if those talks come up on Hard Knocks.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
If they're like
That'll be cool.
If they're talking about like bringing these guards in, and then they're like, well, let's bring in Illuminor. He could play tackle in case Evan
yeah,
I
imagine
mean-
if Dayball's like Evan. What the fuck?
just expose.
I mean, you gotta-
imagine if Hard Knocks just exposes Evan Neal, and the team's like, we got to plan around this guy.
yeah.
Yeah,
But if you think about it, you bring in Illuminor. He's
Yep.
clearly a better right tackle than he is guard, I would say.
Yeah,
In at least the film we've watched, which
Yeah.
has been not
he's
a
a
ton.
slightly above average
So,
tackle
like, do
and
you
an
just-
okay
do you
guard.
just insulate Evan Neal against, like, do you just throw him in the spot where
The
you
problem
feel like
is
you can-
if you put Neal next to Thomas, it'll help Neal, but it could hurt Thomas.
that's a
Because you know that fat piece of shit Evan Neal is going to fall over his man and land on Andrew Thomas's knee.
Yeah, 100%.
But also JMS coming off being the worst center in football last year.
Yeah, statistically, yes.
You don't want to put Evan Neal next to him.
Yeah,
Which I think he has a much better year.
I also haven't heard
I'm
much
not.
about
I'm not
him.
worried about him.
I'm
If
not
he
worried
starts
about
out
him.
and it's halfway through the season and he looks like shit again,
You're like, oh no.
yeah,
has anyone heard about him this year so far?
I haven't heard a thing.
I haven't heard.
We'll
anything
We'll know
about
more.
I
him.
don't even know how much he did in mini.
You won't hear
because of his
anything.
shoulder.
Yeah,
You won't hear anything about the line in OTAs and minicamp
yeah,
because they're not. They don't even wear pads.
yeah. That's true.
So like the line's basically just over there working on footwork and all that stuff.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
did you see Wandell had a little bit of an interview and was like, he's like, I'm so happy that Brian Dable's calling plays.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
they were
we're
like,
so
what makes
creative,
this
like-
offense so dynamic?
Yeah.
Brian Dable.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But you know what? It's good for Dable to maybe just focus on one
Yeah.
area, like an area that he knows.
Just let Bowen work the defense because now he doesn't have to babysit Wink.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
The interviews on the Giants YouTube are great with the positions.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, they did a good
So
job.
yeah, I watched all those. They were pretty insightful. You could see some guys' personalities and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
But,
really
uh,
excited for Wandell. He's like my favorite player going into the year.
I
Mhm.
like him. I like
If
him a
he
lot.
was like 6'1", he'd be a top receiver in the
Dude,
league.
that ball he
Yeah.
caught against the Packers
When he went
that
up,
DeVito,
yeah.
and just like he was just gone.
Mhm.
And I was like, fuck yeah.
If he was 6'1", though, he probably wouldn't be on the Giants because he probably would have went the first.
Oh
round.
yeah, he would have been a top 20 pick.
Yeah,
That's gonna kill us when we don't have our like fifth year option with him.
I know.
It's gonna suck because
Well,
you know he's gonna have a
hopefully-
good 2 years.
Hopefully, if he has a good year, they just extend him.
I hope
If
so
he has a
too.
good year this year, in his third year, you need to look at him and be like, here's a 4-year extension.
yeah,
just
just
take
I
it.
would do
yeah.
it
I'd go 3 to 4.
because
yeah.
you can let Slayton walk after this year.
Yeah, well, a 4-year extension basically is a 3-year extension on a first-round pick.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's
much.
true.
So you should pull up the schedule. Let's see how the line holds up against the Vikings week 1.
I don't know. Do they still
think
have
the
like Daniel
Vikings
Hunter and all
may-
that?
I don't think Daniel Hunter's there anymore.
No, he's on the Texans.
So I'm not
I'm not
like
worried.
the
about
Vikings
that.
always generate pressure, but there's no like studs.
Also, too, Vikings coming out east. I think
Yeah,
that's gonna be. That's always tough for them. I feel
right,
like.
it is only week 1, so it's like the first travel.
But that's a good
yeah,
ease in for the
Yeah, yeah.
Giants. Yeah,
Their
offensive
defensive
line-wise.
end is Jonathan Bullard. Their
yeah,
they're one of their tackles, Harrison Phillips.
We should
Jerry
be
Tillery.
fine.
should be okay.
Jonathan
Should be
Greenard.
fine.
They don't really have much.
Yeah, yeah. There's no studs.
Yeah.
yeah.
Week 2, Washington. That line can be a little scary.
But you know,
They
we
got rid
always
of
play them
Sweat and
well.
Chase Young, right?
Sweat and Young are gone, but
Yeah.
they still
Daniel
have.
Jones versus
Yeah,
Washington
it's
is different. breed.
he's like an animal.
Dorrance Armstrong, Darren Payne, Jonathan Allen,
Payne's good. Allen's good.
Cleveland Farrell.
yeah.
Farrell's okay.
They have
But
Bobby
Allen's been there
Wagner.
forever.
Oh my god, they
He's
have
not
Bobby
new.
Wagner. I
Oh,
forgot
they
about
do have
that.
Bobby Wagner.
I forgot about that. And Jeremy
Eh.
Chin.
Bobby Wagner.
Chin is good.
Yeah, they have a solid defense.
Yeah. Week 3, Cleveland. In Cleveland.
That's gonna be
Okay,
tough.
well that's Miles.
Yeah, but
Garrett.
Miles Garrett, Andrew Thomas.
That's a good matchup.
I trust
to
Thomas
watch,
to
yeah.
neutralize all.
Zadarius
anyone.
Smith.
The problem is if they put Garrett on the other side. I don't know
Facing-
which side Garrett lines up on.
He's a right edge, so he'll be on
Thomas.
most
So,
likely. Yeah.
So Zadarius Smith against Evan Neal.
Evan Neal loses that.
And then
Unless it's
former
Illuminor.
Giant, Dalvin Tomlinson.
Yeah, he's not a pass rusher.
And Shelby Harris.
Okay, so if it's AT versus Garrett, Garrett will probably get a sack, maybe 2, but I do trust AT to neutralize him enough
Yeah.
to not make like him a game wrecker.
They
I
have a
agree
pretty
too.
good
Speaking of
defense.
Dalvin Tomlinson, I feel like the Giants, if they know how to do one thing, is cut bait with a defensive tackle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
they
they
realize though that Dex is that good.
Yeah,
They're like, we're not
but-
letting this
but
guy
they,
go.
But they
No.
know how to just like whatever. Like,
Yeah, like every time we take a D tackle in like the 3rd round, I'm like, yeah, that dude's going to be a good starter for the next 4 years,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
he's going to go to the Vikings.
Yeah, we'll take
Yeah.
a massive dude.
Yeah.
Just have him block.
exactly.
Week 4, Dallas. That's
Dallas, so that's my
If the line is not in chip shape by that point, we're in trouble.
Yeah, you got
We just haven't played.
You don't
Marcus
even have to tell me who
Lawrence.
they have. I
Yeah.
know they're
yeah.
Week 5 at Seattle. Seattle's not what they used to be.
They don't
Should
have
be
Jamal
okay.
Adams anymore. I know that.
I feel like they're still in this like we're okay and Gino's been decent, so let's keep winning phase.
Yeah,
Leonard Williams,
Yeah, but
I
are you
think
really
that-
worried about Leonard
I'm
Williams?
not really that worried about.
Jaron Reed, Dramont Jones, and Boy Mafe.
I'll be honest. My expectations for John Runyon are kind of high.
Yeah, he's
Like
a
I really
NFL
want him
starter.
to be like a really good. Yeah.
Bengals. I
don't
mean,
know. Who do the Bengals have?
I think they have a guy. I forget his name.
Oh, is
I
it
feel
it's Sam Hubbard,
Yeah, Hubbard's pretty solid.
and then
Yeah,
and
Hubbard's
Trey
good.
Hendrickson,
Yeah, so that's 2 good ends.
Okay.
and BJ Hill,
BJ Hill's
And,
BJ Hill could have a good game.
Sheldon Rankins.
You know what? JMS would
Yeah.
struggle with Hill because Hill's a big dude.
And he's quick.
If Hill's coming over if coming up the middle, yeah.
Yeah,
Eagles. So
Oh,
doesn't matter.
They got better.
They're gonna find a way to beat us.
They got better, dude.
Yeah,
Jalen Carter's disgusting.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
and then Steelers.
The
Always
Steelers,
tough.
So even if Thomas neutralizes Watt, the other guys are
TJ
gonna,
Watt,
And they're
Cameron
gonna be
Hayward,
blitzing all over the place.
Yep.
Keanu Benton. They just got Patrick Queen.
and then Washington,
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
and then Carolina. That should be an easy win.
Should be able to.
Should be.
Carolina's not good, and it's in London.
Derek
Oh,
Brown.
that's
Or
Shaq
no,
South
Germany.
Bubble.
Germany.
Oh, even yeah.
They have Jadeveon Clowney and Shaq Thompson.
Who? Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay, that
Honestly, Jadeveon Clowney does not.
yeah, it's
Freaking
guys you got to
all.
respect,
Yeah.
but no one that's a game breaker.
Yeah.
I think he's a bust. He busted.
I think he's the best bust
Yeah.
of busts. Like
Because he was like so good right
he
away.
still had a good career. It's just he's still living off that one tackle.
The hype he
Yeah,
got
like,
was
yeah.
crazy.
I mean, he was worth the hype was real.
Yeah.
It's not like he didn't blow up college games.
But Myles Garrett, much better.
Yeah.
Miles Garrett's like going to be probably go down.
Yeah.
Top 10 defensive player. Like
Yeah, he's insane.
he's disgusting.
Then the bye, then the Bucks, who generally tend to have a good line.
Yeah, they have Logan Hall, Vita Vey,
Vita Vey is a threat.
Elijah Cansey.
Cansey, that's we liked him from
Cansey,
that was
yeah.
like the Donald type guy
That's
from Pitt.
right. Yeah.
Joe
yeah.
Tyron Shoyinka.
So they're really an interior line kind of team, not
And they're
a
young.
yeah.
They're young.
Then Dallas in Dallas.
Oh boy.
If
Is
Jones
that
just
Thanksgiving?
yes,
Fucking ruined my favorite
Why?
day of the year.
Yep.
Why?
and then New Orleans, who
They have Chase Young.
Yeah, but I'm not worried about Chase Young.
No,
yeah.
I think they still have
Talk about someone who's
Cam
kind of been a
Jordan.
bust. Chase Young.
It's just injuries with him.
Yeah.
He's a
Nathan
decent
Schmidt.
player, but
Yeah. I would have been okay if the Giants like didn't get Burns if they got Chase Young.
Chase Young.
Yeah.
Chase Young is behind Cameron Jordan on the depth chart.
they'll probably play on opposite sides.
Yeah. Unless he's
Hurt.
is Cam Jordan more inside these days?
They might be moving him inside.
Yeah.
Then the Ravens,
Oh my
always
God.
a good D line.
Always good.
Always.
Yeah.
And then at Atlanta, who
Atlanta.
have kind of revamped their team a little
Kind of
bit.
more
Yeah, who did
offensive
they
centric team though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their defense is okay.
Zach
Yeah.
Harrison, David Onyemata, Grady Jarrett,
Grady Jarrett's solid.
Arnold Ebiketie. I don't know if I'm saying that right. They have Lorenzo Carter.
Is Atlanta the last game of the year?
No. Then the Colts.
Colts got that good rookie.
Yeah. Colts have a good D
We
line.
should be able to beat the
They
Colts.
have.
Should. It's home.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I think Anthony.
we
Richardson's
thumped them
gonna
the
be
last
good.
time.
Do you have any bias?
Not at all.
No. He's not on your dynasty team.
No. They have a pretty good line. Quiddy Pay, Grover Stewart, DeForest Buckner,
Yeah, that's a solid line.
Samson, Ibukam.
Yeah, it's a solid line.
And then they have Latu Layadu.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm saying that
But
right.
by week 17, either the line is playing well and they're holding up to those guys,
or we've been bad for 8 weeks.
yeah. And then we end the season, of course, in Philly.
All right. While we're on the schedule,
always.
should we do like a July 1st
Let-
win loss?
Let's
kinda
do
go
like a quick, not like in detail.
no, just like off the cuff.
Week 1, home against Minnesota.
Win.
I think we should win
that's
that.
a win.
Win.
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy's first game, we should win that.
Yeah.
Win.
Week 2 at Washington.
I think we win.
We should win that game.
Yeah, I think we win.
I think we could lose realistically, but we should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
win.
So
Okay,
2-0
2-0.
at Cleveland, we're losing that
Loss.
game.
Loss.
Home against Dallas, we're losing that
Loss.
game.
Loss.
Yeah.
At Seattle,
I'm going to say
We
that's
get
a
revenge.
loss.
think that's a toss up.
I think we get a win in their stadium, like they got to win in ours last year.
Okay.
Okay, so it's 3-2.
Yeah.
3-2.
Bengals at home, in New York.
Loss. As long as Joe Burrow's healthy, that's
Eagles in
I'm
New
gonna
York.
say
loss.
So 3-4. In Pittsburgh.
That can be weird because Russell Wilson could be terrible, and then they go to Fields, and then he could be bad, and then it could just be a whole.
I think we
just
lose.
like
I
last
just
year.
don't like the Giants in that environment.
I think we lose that
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, probably like 6-3
Yeah.
or something.
So that puts us at
7-5.
3-7. That puts us at what, 3-5?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3-5.
I think we split with Washington this year, and we already gave them.
I think so. I think Daniel starts to figure it out towards the middle of the season.
No, well, we gave ourselves the
No,
win.
see, I think we always.
No,
Think
you
we
said-
sweep
you said-
Washington?
You
I
said
think we
split
sweep
against Washington, right?
Yeah, so this would be
Yeah,
another
so
win.
Daniels, I think he figures it out.
Oh, Daniels. I think you said Daniel. I was
No,
okay.
no. JD.
So we lose this. This puts us at 3-6.
Okay.
We are beating Carolina and Germany.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 4-6 into the bye. Tampa comes to New York.
I think we beat Tampa.
Depends what Baker shows up.
Yeah.
I think,
But
the
in
Baker
New
and
York,
Mike Evans,
Yeah.
that's a good duo.
in New York,
Mike
late
Evans.
November could be chilly.
Yeah.
So let's say we win.
I'll say we win.
That puts
Be the
us
Bucks'
at
first game in the cold weather.
4-7.
5-7. I think
No, that's 11 games. So 4-7.
4-7.
No,
4-7 is 11.
5.
Yeah.
5 and
5
7.
and
Yeah,
7.
but it's week 12 we had a bye,
Yeah,
so it's 11 games.
5-7. Yeah.
5-7.
Well, if it was week 12,
Because our fourth one was Carolina. But we had a bye, so it's only 11 games.
yeah, so it'd be 4-7. 7 plus 4.
No,
7.
12 weeks with a bye.
So
Yeah, so
technically,
you'd be less
we're on
one-
week 13. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm right.
Oh yeah, my
I'm
bad.
right. 7 plus
So
5 is 12.
5. It's 5-6
5-6. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be 5-6.
at Dallas. 5-7.
5-7.
Saints come to New York.
I think we
I'm
win.
going to go
that.
win.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Okay,
go
so
win.
6-7.
Maybe they have Spencer Rattler in there.
Yeah.
Ravens lost.
Lost.
6-8 at Atlanta.
Win.
It's another.
Dude, it really
Toss-up
depends.
game.
Kirk, like I think anything could happen.
The
to Kirk
Giants
again
love a
this
dome.
year.
It's a 1 p.m. Sunday game. We're fucked. 1 p.m. Kirk's coming.
Oh man,
Oh, it's
Loss.
true. Yeah.
Loss.
Loss.
So that's 5-16, 5-10.
5-10.
Yeah.
We're at 5-10 already.
No, 6-9.
Okay.
Yeah,
Colts in
Win.
New York.
I
Win.
think that's a loss.
I think it's a win.
I think that's a loss.
I gotta take the loss. I'm so down on this team.
I think the Colts are going to be good.
And then
That's my
at
only
Philly.
win.
It's get, this
win.
is what
Win.
No,
Eagles
they're
are going
gonna-
to have the bye.
they're gonna
Win.
give-
Oh, the
it to
Eagles
them.
have
Yeah,
it
they're
locked
gonna
up
fucking
and
give
we
it.
beat him again.
Yeah.
Win. We're going to be facing Kenny.
So
Pickett that
realistically, we're
weekend.
going 6-11.
Yeah, I'll take it. I don't-
It's 6-11 with a couple where you could toss up 3 games. Yeah.
I'm not having this conversation again.
Yeah, maybe we'll.
I'm not talking with anyone saying 6-11 is like, oh, yeah, I'll take that.
No, it's not a
in
joke.
year
It's not a
joking.
in year
I was
4.
joking.
Is this year
But here,
4?
hold on. Think about this. As bad as we fucking were last year, not to we won 6
Yeah.
games, could have won 8.
Yeah, if Jones
And
played,
this team
if Jones
hopefully
just
is
was
better.
healthy the whole season, we
Yeah.
probably win 8 games.
Yeah.
You never. It could be like 2 years ago where we're better than we.
I hope so.
I just don't understand how we finish at the bottom of the league every year, yet get one of the hardest schedules.
Yeah,
That blows
they
my
kinda got
mind.
Screwed,
I mean, I understand we have Dallas and Philly, and that screws our strength of schedule. But
We're facing so many teams that could potentially be good this year.
Yeah.
Steelers, I think they.
You know what?
could be
Steelers,
good.
Bengals,
I fucking-
Ravens,
Colts,
I
Falcons.
hope
Colts, Falcons.
I'm like hopeful the Giants could get back to just like at least being like semi-competitive with Dallas.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we're a little bit more competitive with the
Yeah.
Eagles as of late.
Well, Dallas,
But Dallas
only
is just
lost
like,
people
When
this
was the
offseason.
last time we won a game against Dallas?
I know. They only lost people this offseason too.
Yeah, they.
Everyone's saying Dallas is going to regress.
I'm
I
hoping.
could see that.
I'm
yeah, I
hoping.
mean,
But
I would love
And-
for the
and-
Giants to be able to steal one from Dallas.
I've
Yeah.
been seeing random things on Twitter. Apparently, Micah Parsons wants to play in New York.
he's always wanted to be a Giant.
From what I've heard.
Yeah.
Well, didn't he grow up in around here?
He's from
I think he grew up in
Harrisburg.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he's from
So I mean,
Harrisburg.
he could be a
Imagine
New
he's
York
an Eagles fan.
I mean, he probably is.
Imagine.
Realist. If you're a group in Harrisburg, you're most likely an
He's
Eagles
an
fan.
I don't
Eagles
think the
fan.
Eagles will have enough money to sign him though.
No, they wouldn't.
They're running out of
Yeah,
cash, man.
Jalen-
They signed
And Hurts
Barkley,
is going to be a lot of money in the next couple of
Hurts,
years,
AJ Brown, Devontae Smith.
and they still have to pay guys
They
that are
signed
retired.
Etienne, yeah.
I think they owe Kelsey like $12 million this year.
Oh, he doesn't have to give it back
No.
because he retired.
No, it's like part of his deal. I mean, I think he was getting paid more.
Wow.
They owe Kelsey and Cox more money, I think.
Yeah.
So they're tight with cap, but they're still a decent team. They added
They'll,
guys
they'll
They're gonna
figure
be a
out a
good
way
team.
to
Yeah.
They're gonna
wiggle
be good.
money in, but
because it's not like the center they're replacing him with is terrible. Forget his name, but like,
Jurgens.
Jurgens. Yeah.
Cam
I do
Jurgens.
think Kelsey is a bigger loss than people like. I think.
Oh,
they're
he
just
is.
Like, oh, we have another center. We're gonna plug and play him right in.
No, he's not going to be an elite
Yeah, I'm
center,
like,
but like he'll still be a good center.
I'm
And
sure he will be.
Their
but-
line is already good, so
I think they'll run that play a lot early in the year, and it's going to get stopped more than it did last year.
but
yeah.
yeah.
Well, Kelsey was a huge part of that because he's so
Yeah.
short, so he could just dive at
I
people's
think it'll
knees.
still
Yeah,
work
that's what
at
he would do,
times, but
yeah.
it'll won't be as effective sometimes.
Yeah, it works because Hurts is so strong, but
well, they're
at the
gonna
same
get
time-
Hurts actually injured on that play one day.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
gonna take a shoulder
like
shot.
everyone else gets hurt
Yeah.
doing it.
yeah. Like you never, someone's like shoulder could hit his.
If you watch other teams try to execute that play though, none of the centers dive at people's legs like Kelsey did.
no,
They all go low, but like
Not that low.
Kelsey like straight up dives at these dudes' knees.
Yeah.
And then the D tackle just collapses.
On top,
And then
they
Kelsey
just
and Hurts goes over the top of
Yeah.
him.
Hurts kind of has to have a good year this year, or
Yeah.
he's going to start hearing some chatter.
Well, Barkley's not getting a single 1-yard touchdown this year.
no,
I don't know. I think well, if he does or if he doesn't this year, all of them are going to be against the Giants.
Oh, he's gonna fucking destroy us.
You already know Sirianni. If they get the ball at the 100 times in that
Yeah.
game, it's going to go to Barkley every time.
Well, also, Sirianni's so petty about like we didn't do anything to it's not like there's a rivalry there. Like you own us,
yeah,
but like he comes in and he acts like we fucked his sister.
yeah.
yeah. Like,
Like-
relax, man. We're terrible.
Yeah.
Well, he's
we
kind of
didn't
like
do anything.
he's kind of like a douchey guy.
But
yeah.
you don't see him being this much of like a dick on the sidelines against Dallas. Like the team that's constantly
Against good
competing
teams.
with you.
Yeah,
Like you come to New York and you smack us around and you act like
Yeah,
some
punches
chip
down.
on your shoulder.
Punches down.
Yeah.
Punches down.
we're going through the phase right now. Like,
And don't get me wrong, I'm not like don't be mean to us, but like
no.
of all teams, why is it like us that you fucking hate?
This is how
Like Dallas beats you like for the division or like is your competitor.
Yeah, and you're like,
We're
"Good game,
finishing
McCarthy."
last and you come into New York, you're up 30. And you're like, "Yeah, run it up." It's like, "What the fuck? What did we like you don't do that to Washington."
You know
No.
what it is? It's
No, you
it's
don't.
because like so close in proximity, like South Jersey, they're all
That's
like,
true. That's true.
Philly fans and
That's a
stuff.
good point.
But
the
like,
the fan rivalry
we're going
is bigger.
through right now what the Giants did to the Eagles like early 2000s, where we would just
Oh, yeah.
beat them every time, and now it's switched, and hopefully maybe this year.
Well, early
I've
2000s,
never
but they've
seen that.
kind of just owned us since like 2009.
I've never seen
Yeah.
that, dude. I've never seen the Giants like consistently beat the Eagles in like for like
They used
4
to
or
beat
5
the
years
Eagles
in a
all
row.
the time,
Basically before Eli,
Yeah.
we owned them.
own them.
Even then, though, when
Yeah.
Eli played,
Like
against the
even when
Eagles,
they were
he looked-
decent and we weren't, we would still beat them.
Yeah,
there
we
were
would
a
kick
lot
the
of
shit out them.
games.
Michael Strahan would just have his way. With
Yeah.
John.
You know when the
Ross, yeah.
Eagles got our number and never gave it back?
When
The Deshaun Jackson game.
yeah,
That's
Yep.
Matt Dodge's
Yep.
son.
Matt Dodge gave the Eagles some voodoo curse where they're just allowed to beat us every time.
Yeah,
that was a horrific play.
that was
Horrific.
I was there.
All Tom
You were
Coughlin
there.
said
I was
was
there. Oh my
kick it out of
God.
bounds. You saw him call a timeout, grab Matt Dodge and say, kick it out of bounds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how
And
quiet
And
was
Matt
the
Dodge
stadium?
went like on camera made like a face like he was like, don't fucking tell me what to like he didn't say that.
They released
Yeah.
him right after that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
they
game
called-
after he was like, you're fucking done, dude.
Yeah. I don't think he ever played in the league again.
He had a great leg, but like Dude
Yeah,
couldn't
he
kick a
was an
ball
idiot.
straight. And I think even Coughlin was like, I don't care if he kicked that ball 10 yards. Kick it out of bounds.
Just
Yeah.
kick it out of bounds.
yeah, kicked a line drive right at Deshaun Jackson.
Don't
Like a
understand
rope.
it.
Like it was like intentional.
Gotta
Yeah,
be an
you're
Eagles
right.
fan.
That was like the last time. Like,
The last time we had a real competitive, like
what was that? 2000.
looking at the Eagles on the schedule and being like, yeah, we could beat them.
That
Now
was
it's just like,
2000
oh, the Eagles, that's 2 losses.
that was the
Yeah.
year after
Yeah.
the Super Bowl,
and
right?
Dallas at this point.
Yeah.
That was the year after the Super Bowl, right? 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was
The beginning
It's been
of
dark ever since. Pretty
Like
was
the
much.
the
last few
beginning of
years,
the
the
end.
best the Giants can do in the division is 2-4. You get 2 wins against the Commanders, and then you get swept
the
by
best
the Cowboys.
you're going
and
is
Eagles.
3-3 because you're getting split by Dallas. You're getting beat by Dallas or Philly twice. You're maybe stealing a game from
In
one
recent
of them.
years, hasn't
Yeah.
it just been beat downs by both of them? I
Yeah.
mean, they got the one last year, but
Well, that also, the Philly played their starters, and we were up like 17 on their starters.
Yeah,
we also
should've won
haven't
that
gotten a
game.
win
Yeah.
in Philly.
No, we did win that game
Did we win that
when they
game?
took Hurts out the last week of the season.
Yeah,
Oh, but Christmas. I'm talking about Christmas.
Oh yeah,
We should have won that game.
Yeah, if that wasn't Tommy DeVito, we win that game.
yeah. That game they haven't won a game in Philly
In a long time.
in a while. I think it's been like 15 years.
Like realistically, with Jones last year, we beat the Jets, Bills, and Eagles.
yeah, because I think
they had
probably
6 wins
managed the
last
game
year?
Better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 9-7,
It's
or 9-8,
9-8. And you're probably a playoff team.
at least in the wild card
Yeah.
contention.
Not bad coaching by
That's-
Dable.
No, I
That's
mean, I don't like Dable, but if shit hits the fan again this year and everyone's healthy, you have
It's just
to
kind of way the league goes, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, unless you watch the games and you're like, okay, we won 6 games and I see why the team's not good enough.
Yeah.
It's not Dable's fault.
Yeah.
But if they win 6 games and you can see that like you're in every game and then you lose it,
Yeah, lose it on like management error.
Yeah, like a
you can't-
timeout
You
or-
can't lose it on like a bad timeout or a
like
bad-
when we would watch Joe Judge or like Pat Shermer or Ben McAdoo lose games.
Yeah.
Be like,
Yeah.
why are you calling a timeout there? Like,
even like Coughlin at the end there, you're like kind of like
Yeah, like why are we?
well,
running the
Coughlin
ball?
was kind of over managing to make up for a bad roster.
Yes, he was.
Disgraceful that they fired Coughlin the year before they spent $100 million on defense.
It was like 200.
Yeah, in total contracts.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm hopeful that the Giants, like, I'm hopeful in some way when we play the Eagles, like Barkley being on the other side, like just
Motivates
the
them.
fuck out of these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because someone asked Thibodeau, I think it was Eisen was
Yeah.
asking Thibodeau, and Thibodeau was like stone cold. He was like, "Dude, it's a business, but like, I don't even care anymore."
Mhm.
So I'm like hopeful that that's like
Thibodeau
kind of the attitude.
seems like such a dick, but like
I don't think he is. I think he's
I think it's just how he is. Like he's just kind of
You
that
think
like.
kind of-
Dayball's like rallying up the guys and they're being like, "This guy,
Oh,
left
hell
here.
yeah.
This guy fucking."
I don't think
I
Dable's
don't
going to
think-
be like that. I think it'll get to the point where, before the game, or like it'll be like halftime. Barkley would have like 80 yards at halftime, and he'll just walk past like Dex or something and be like, "Wow,
Burns.
this guy's running all over your fucking ass." Just like drop a comment, like in Miracle
yeah.
I feel
when
like
he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you got a bruise." Yeah, you're a pansy. Would you call me?
Yeah.
And then he walks out of the locker room and like, that'll get him going.
I think Dable is that kind of guy, like a lot of passive aggressive.
Yeah,
like,
just
yeah,
comments to
motivation,
fire guys
like,
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda
But he also seems like the same kind of guy that can grab a guy by the face mask. Like you saw it with Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when
dude.
Jones was on the iPad and he's just leaning over him screaming.
Yeah.
Dude, I think that was
It was
fully.
crazy.
I don't even think it was so much that play. I think Dable was just like, "What the fuck, dude? Like,
Yeah.
you were supposed to have
You had a
a
great
a
off
leap
season.
year. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Like,
Yeah,
we went over this.
You had a
Like,
great off season. You
Yeah.
look good. What the fuck are you
Like, you
doing?
had
And then he played the
every
rest of the season
opportunity.
great and got a
Yeah.
good contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he only had 23 total touchdowns.
Mhm.
But
But who was
He didn't have a lot of.
throwing?
He didn't have a lot of interceptions.
no, he had like 4 picks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he was very efficient. It was
Yeah.
just, a
Just
matter
had
of-
no one to throw to. Literally no one to throw to. So, I mean,
I mean, he rushed for touchdowns too. Everybody else, it's okay to count.
well, yeah,
those,
but that's what
yeah.
no, he had like no, he
Yeah.
like
Lamar Jackson runs for 10 touchdowns. Oh,
Hurt-
count all those.
like Hurts only
Yeah.
threw for like 3 or 4
Yeah.
more touchdowns than Jones did that.
I
year.
know,
But Hurts
yeah.
ran for like 15.
But ESPN, it's like, oh no.
yeah,
no,
Jalen Hurts
yeah.
had 38 touchdowns. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, well, he only did 23 passing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
That
then,
counts.
yeah,
That
and then
counts.
with like Lamar last year, it's like,
MVP. Yeah.
but
I mean, if you look at Josh Allen stats and Lamar stats, you'd be like, why didn't Josh Allen win MVP?
Josh Allen had like 1,800 more passing yards,
Yeah.
and then I think even he had more total touchdowns.
I'm taking the passing yards over the rushing yards any day.
Yeah, I want a quarterback.
Yeah.
Like,
not
I don't-
a pee
like,
wee
don't get me
quarterback.
wrong.
Yeah.
Like Lamar's great.
I like
I'd
watching
rather, I'd
Lamar.
rather have Josh Allen.
Yeah,
With Lamar, it's like, is it gonna get you over the hump eventually? Probably not.
No.
Yeah, like I don't.
because by the end of the season he's
I don't
beat
know.
up.
And you can't say that for Josh Allen
it.
either. It's
Yeah.
like, is it gonna get you over the hump one day?
Well, because those
You
mobile
think.
quarterbacks they don't make it through the season, so they get beat up, and then it's January. They can't move as quick. But you know who can? Patrick Mahomes can still make the same throws he was in October and January.
It'll
Yeah.
be interesting to see if Jones is less mobile this year. I kind of want him to not.
Well, he was always a straight line guy. Like he didn't really
Yeah, but-
cut. So
but
the
you know what? I
ACL.
think-
Oh no, he was ACL, not Achilles.
Yeah, he was ACL, but I think he bailed out of the pocket way too quick at times.
Yeah, he's got PTSD.
Yeah, he's got PTSD.
It's
but
the
I'm
same
just
shit
saying,
Eli went through.
Like, I'm hopeful he can just hang in there.
Yeah, he's not as brain dead as Eli was though. With Eli, it took 5-6 years of getting just pummeled
Yeah,
before he was like, "All right, where's Barkley?
Yeah.
Dump, dump,
Just
dump,
it,
dump."
yeah.
yeah.
Jones, it was 2 years, and he's like, "I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done
I'm
getting
running.
hit."
I
But
saw
Eli was also
go
made
through
of
this for a
rubber,
year.
so
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
unbelievable. Never missed a game.
until he got benched by fucking clown ass McAdoo.
That was
Geno
ridiculous.
Smith, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, let's see Davis Webb," because that was the guy they just drafted.
Yeah,
So there were talks like we're having a bad season.
We
We're
were
gonna
kind of high on Dave. He was a third-round pick.
yeah, we were like, hey, let's see what the third round picks got, and then he put Geno in,
Mhm.
and everyone was like, all right, this you're
Fire
done,
him.
because he went to Mara and was like, I'm gonna bench Eli,
And Mara was like,
and Mara was
"Don't
like,
do it."
no, Mara said, okay, but you better win this game,
Yeah.
and then he put Geno in, who put up basically the same passing numbers Eli did.
Mhm.
And even the fan base was like, I can deal with benching Eli if you put the rookie in.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you put Geno Smith in, who just came from the Jets and was
It
terrible.
was horrible.
terrible.
So it made no sense.
Yeah.
I never understood it.
No.
Never.
It was
understood
McAdoo thinking he was smarter than everyone else.
Yeah.
But where's Ben McAdoo now?
I don't know. I think he might be.
He was a Broncos assistant for a hot second.
Is he in college?
I want to say he's in college.
Ben McAdoo
He's
currently
probably on Matt
serving
Rule's
as a
staff.
senior offensive assistant of the New England Patriots.
Oh, okay.
So you guys went from a head coaching job to the Jaguars quarterbacks coach 3 years after you were fired from the
Oh my
Giants.
god.
Then after the Jaguars quarterbacks coach, you were the Dallas Cowboys, just a consultant.
Jeez.
Panthers offensive coordinator in 2022.
Really?
Real history of good offenses there.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
And then no, he didn't work last year. And then he's now a senior offensive assistant with the Patriots.
Him and Judge. It's a band of
Judge too. Oh my god.
Is
What
Judge still there?
I'm going to see where he's at now.
Holy shit.
He's probably at
No, he's
North Boston High
another
School.
guy that's completely fallen off.
Yeah.
Went to be the offensive assistant and quarterbacks coach with the Patriots after we fired him.
Yeah.
So to go from the Patriots as a special teams assistant in 2012, work your way up to special teams coordinator and wide receivers coach to head coach, then go crawling back to the Patriots. In 2023, he was the assistant head coach. And right now in 2024, he is a senior analyst with the Ole Miss Rebels.
Is he?
Wow.
Yeah,
That's where he went, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's probably boys with Lane.
So
Kiffin.
two of our
Yeah.
three
Yeah.
head coaches before Dable.
Well, Judge is still getting paid, right? So
I think so.
yeah.
He's still getting paid from us?
It might be in the last
that
year.
must
or
be
whatever.
so painful to cut that check. If you're the person in accounting, you're
God.
probably like, "Fuck."
So here is Pat Shurmur, Giants head coach till 2019, Broncos offensive coordinator 2020 and 2021, 2020. So he didn't work in 2022. 2023 at Colorado, the offensive analyst and co-offensive coordinator, and then in 2024 from now on, he's the Colorado offensive coordinator. So he's working for Dion.
Yeah. Interesting.
So we hired 3 head coaches who are now either in college ball or are consultants.
on other teams.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
Thank God John Mara stepped back.
yeah.
Seriously.
He was
What are
trying
you
too
doing,
hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta have the Giants way.
Hiring
Those guys probably
underqualified.
came in and gave John Mara a firm handshake and looked him in the eyes. And he was like, that's my coach.
Well, Joe
That's the
Judge,
guy.
Joe Judge, to be fair, had us all fooled after that.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
Joe Judge was a pure charisma guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. After he slid in the mud.
He was just over his
Yeah.
skis.
Yep.
I think if it was 10 years later,
Yeah.
he would have been okay. He was just way over his head.
Well, if
Yeah.
Judge had had a good offensive coordinator and a good defensive coordinator,
Yeah.
Judge was Sirianni. He's a pure,
He's kinda-
he's a
yeah.
pure vibes guy
yeah.
who is not a good coach on his own.
Do you remember when he brought in like cases of beer and pizza?
Yeah.
Like the day he got fired.
Yeah, that's
Something.
awesome though. Like if my head coach did
people
that,
over his house, right?
like if he's not running the team, like if he's not like directly running it,
Yeah.
and it's the offensive coordinator and the defense coordinator doing what they do, and he's just there to like be a vibes guy
Yeah.
and just organize everyone. Perfect.
Yeah. It's not bad.
I feel like NFL teams need to do a better job of like grooming like the next guy. Like
Yeah.
if Judge was on the staff with Coughlin, he would have been a good like transition guy. Like,
Yeah. Well,
to, like,
McAdoo
look
was.
That's a good point because that what Bowen reminds me of.
yeah, like
Brought up with
seem-
Vrabel, he learned the defense with Vrabel. Like that's why I like.
I
that
like
hire.
that. Like, yeah,
You have experience with a established guy with an established coach. Like
yeah.
like
I
that a
think
lot.
Mara thought he was going to be smarter and be like, "Oh, John Harbaugh was a special teams coach for the Eagles. Look
Yeah.
how that worked out for the Ravens."
Yeah,
Like he
yeah.
thought that was like the ticket. Like,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, I'm not going to go offensive guy. Shermer was an offensive guy. That didn't work. McAdoo was an offensive guy. I'm going to flip it. Yeah.
How do you think?
So Dable's our 22nd head coach
Okay,
in
You got to think we've been around 100 years.
1920. Yeah, 19,
yeah.
But
Solid.
but we only had
Solid.
one official head coach in 1925.
who's that?
Bob Fulwell.
Oh yeah,
He was the first head coach according to Wikipedia.
It's probably like a mechanic on Long Island.
Yeah, it probably was like the left tackle.
yeah.
And then Dable's 22.
Okay,
The this stat never ceases to amaze me. The Steelers,
3.
1933, Forrest Dowds was the first coach. They are on their 16th coach.
Yeah, it's
That's
pretty wild.
Their third coach since 1969.
Well, yeah, because they,
Wow.
what was it, Chuck Knoll?
Chuck Noll till from 69 to 91, Cower from 92
And
to
Tomlin.
06, and
Yeah.
Tomlin since 07.
Yeah.
why did Coward
He just retired.
just retire?
They won the
Coach for-
Super Bowl, that first Super Bowl with Ben,
Yeah.
and they retired.
And then Tomlin came in and won another.
Did they hire him, or was he on the team before that?
No, Tomlin was Vikings defensive coordinator. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
That's crazy. What a hire!
Yeah.
Like, you just hit
Great
like
hire.
that
Yep.
again.
They're also a really well-run organization.
Yeah,
And Tomlin just kind of, even in bad years, put out a 500 team.
he's never
They're-
been
the
below
Steelers-
500.
The Steelers
Crazy.
are kind of like the Yankees in a way. You're guaranteed to have a coach for like a decade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the team is good enough at scouting
Right.
that you're going to have enough talent to, and they're also not like, well, we're not going to sign a guy. Like, if you don't have a quarterback, the Steelers, like, they saw Pickett was a problem.
Yeah,
They're like, we're
Yeah.
not doing this. We're not going to ride this for another 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Tomlin was like, no, he's done. And they brought in Russ.
Also,
Yeah.
too, they're
And
just
Fields.
they're
And
not
Fields.
they're not in a pressure cooker either. Like
Yeah.
like Pittsburgh's still a city, but
Yep.
like they're kind of like a little bit far away from like the drama of
Yeah.
like someone breathing down your neck. Like
Yeah. They don't have the big city media.
that's like the Packers too. They're like, oh, whatever. Like,
The fans are going to come fill the stadium every week,
it's
no
kinda
matter
like
what.
New England too.
Yeah, now that
New
Brady's
England's for the
gone.
most
Like,
part,
I,
yeah.
I would even say like during when Brady was there, like
No,
weren't-
they
That's
got
what- but
media
that's only
attention
because-
because of him.
That's what I mean though. Like as a team, as like a city and everything. Like
Oh, yeah.
they weren't, like-
Well, yeah, Boston, Pittsburgh, Chicago, like people are going to the games no matter what.
yeah,
yeah.
no matter what.
The blue collar teams, the blue collar cities.
Seattle.
Like Jets and
not
Giants
they're not
fans.
blue collar, but same kind of level. Like they're not in the line, in the light. The
Yeah,
spotlight,
but
you know what I mean.
I mean, like the hard nose, like you think blue collar cities,
Cincinnati,
I mean,
Cleveland?
they don't go to those games.
no Cleveland.
But like the fans are diehards for the
Yeah.
teams.
Yeah,
They may not buy tickets.
Like old school Giant fans, like my dad, if they're done, if they're starting to tank, he's like, I'm not fucking going. To
Yeah.
this. Like I'm not
Yeah.
wasting my Sunday.
Yeah. Whereas like people will go to a game in Green Bay that's 0 degrees if
Yeah,
the
'cause-
Packers are 4-10.
because
Yeah.
they can walk from their neighborhood
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
stadium.
They
You
walk
don't have
out
to
the
sit
door,
in
the
3
stadium's
hours
right
of
in the face.
traffic
Yeah.
going into.
But
East
like,
Rutherford.
but like
Yeah.
you know the big like LA, if the Rams ever start to get shitty, no one's going
no
to those
one's
games.
going. No one's going because it's too
I
nice.
thi-
There's too
yeah,
much
but
to
I
do.
think the stadium is so.
You think it'll be like the Dodgers and the Lakers, where people will
Because
go
the
no matter
sta-
what,
because
just
inside the
because
stadium.
it's like a thing to do in LA?
because inside the stadium too. Apparently, it's insane.
Oh,
There's
you
a
could do so
whole
much,
complex
yeah.
there too. So I think that's going to be.
But New
same
York,
with the
I mean,
Raiders too with Vegas.
New York, you can even see it. Like Giants games, the past couple years have not been full.
No,
I mean, big matchups, people show up.
Dude, I
That's
missed
also
I
because
missed a
it's just
bunch of
such a-
games last year. Yeah.
Early in the season, people show up, but like if the team starts off like shit again,
Also, the
just-
schedule was horrendous last year.
yeah.
yeah.
All the games 4 o'clock. 7
Yeah.
It was like, dude, this sucks.
I obviously don't know like how good the commute is for other teams, but like it's not good to go to Giants game. Like if the commute is shit.
You're
Yeah.
sitting in traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely.
Like if you go to like a Raiders game in Vegas, that
Mhm.
is so much easier to get to. Like in LA, I feel like that's
Yeah,
LA's
with the
probably hard,
Giants,
too.
there's
Even
like
in
one.
Philly, it's not that hard to get to.
No, because
You're
there's
in
like
the complex,
there's
yeah,
multiple
also.
highways into the
Yeah,
parking
there's
lots.
only one
Yeah.
way in and one way out.
Yeah.
Of the stadium.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not great.
But
Green
they
Bay,
and
walk
the,
out
but
your
the
door.
Giants, it's like the Giants and the Jets. It's like New York. They tell you like, yeah, take the train. It's like I don't want to take the train.
Yeah. Why
Yeah,
would I,
I
wanna
live
take
in
a
New
train?
Jersey. I'm not going to take the train.
Yeah.
You see everyone walk into the train station at the end of the game.
Mhm.
Why would I want to do that?
Well, I don't want to like it's a football game. I don't want to get there right
No.
before kickoff
Yeah, I want to
and then leave. Right, it's not like a baseball game. You walk in at 10 minutes after first pitch. You leave in the 8th
Fine.
inning if
Yeah.
your team's up
You know
like
what I think
5.
is going to be worse there? The World Cup's going to be so bad there.
They already had a game the other day.
Yeah, it was so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
That's like, and if you think about it, that's going to be a country's Super Bowl each day.
Mhm.
Those first pool games.
Yep.
It's going to fill so quick.
combined with just American soccer fans and everything.
They're
Yeah.
gonna have to shut down that.
They're going to have to do something.
They're
It's
gonna have
be
to
a mess
detour
over
people
there.
around.
Yeah.
It's going to be so bad.
There's no way. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
And I think the championship might be at that field.
Yeah. Speaking of that too, the real grass looked nice. Looked nice.
apparently,
MetLife,
apparently
too.
they were saying that it was getting a lot of good reviews. The grass, but
yeah.
They just replaced the turf. They're not going to do that again soon.
no. Somebody
No.
said that it wouldn't make sense for. I forget where I was listening to this. Someone said it wouldn't make sense for the Giants to keep the grass above it because, and it was a good point. They were like, soccer players are 170 pounds. Like you have 300 pounds.
They're also
men
jogging
churning up
around.
the- yeah,
you know, they
jogging.
sprint for 5 minutes. A
everything
game.
needs to be planted in if you're going to do it.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah.
But also with with MetLife, it's not like you're just having, like it's not like New England,
no, it's,
which is having Patriots games half the year.
gets double the use.
Yeah. You
There's
have
a game every
all
week.
the state high school games,
Yes,
championship high school games. That's
Jets games,
Fridays,
Yeah.
Saturdays. Sometimes colleges play there.
Yeah, I think they play sometimes soccer games
Yeah.
there too. Like,
Yeah, all the high school state championship soccer games and football games are played there.
are all there.
And then if the Giants aren't home, the Jets are usually home, so that field's going to get played on
Yeah.
again. So it has then 6 days, possibly 4 if the Giants play on a Thursday.
Yeah,
You know the fields. are
Grass wouldn't be
probably-
able to survive there.
The best field conditions are probably elite D1 college football stadiums.
I've heard the best field to play at is Arizona
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
because the grass
Nobody fucking
rolls
uses it.
outside. It can grow all week, sit in the sun,
They grow it outside,
and then
Yeah.
they roll it back in. So you play indoors on outdoor grass.
Well, they've said Vegas is good too because they do the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone
also-
does that.
also
Dallas
too-
does it too, I think.
in college, like those big time schools, like you're playing one football game on there, and you're
Mhm.
not going on that field for the rest of the week.
Yeah, that field doesn't get
You go to a
touched.
different
They don't.
facility.
They don't even practice on that
no,
field.
nobody's walking on that field.
Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
like arrest you.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah, they have like a side football field for the team to practice on, and then like the field hockey team plays there when football team's done. And
Yeah,
everything.
exactly. Yeah.
But like Alabama has probably 3 football fields just for the team,
100%.
and then the big schools have their own
Have
fields.
you,
Mhm.
They have their own like facilities too.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah,
crazy.
they have their
Like the
own
Giants have the
Like, their
Quest
own, like,
Center with like the
buildings.
indoor football field. Like Alabama, LSU, all the SEC teams have indoor facilities as well as that.
Yeah.
Oh,
They'll
I'm
have,
sure-
like the football building, like the baseball.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
There's
I'm-
been like SEC players who have like gotten drafted and been like, yeah, my college like
I
facilities
was
are
just
better
about
than
to
my
say,
pro
guys who
facilities.
probably go to Alabama, Penn State, like all those big schools, their
Mhm.
facilities are probably nicer.
Yeah, imagine going from
Yeah.
Bama and getting drafted to like
It's all donor money.
Yeah,
They're like
yeah.
here's
It-
$100
yeah.
million. Yeah,
yeah, imagine like playing at Bama and then getting drafted to the Raiders before they got a new stadium.
Yeah.
yeah.
Then you have to go play it on a baseball
Dude,
field.
apparently Washington was horrendous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like-
heard when they did the report cards, Washington was really bad, like you said.
Arizona
was
yeah,
bad
Arizona
too.
was bad.
Well,
too.
in treatment of players,
That, but I heard
But their field
I
was
heard
nice.
their workout like facilities were like
probably.
really bad.
And what was it with Arizona? They had to like buy their own lunches.
Yeah,
team didn't provide lunch.
they wouldn't
Like, how did Larry
provide like
Fitzgerald
food
stay
for the
there?
family. Yeah.
Fitz was so dumb to stay there.
Yeah. They had to like pay to do like the childcare.
Fitz was just such a good guy that he just wanted to be loyal.
I respect players that stay with one franchise their whole team or their whole career, but like a guy like Trout and Fitz,
Calvin Johnson.
yeah. Well, Calvin Johnson retired early.
Is Trout even playing right now?
No,
No, he's hurt.
it's hurt.
Meniscus, I think.
Yeah, meniscus.
So he's out like a month.
Was he on the juice?
It's weird asking Ian that because he thinks everyone's on.
I have a theory that the
He's getting
star
hurt a little
players.
too much. Yeah.
I have a theory that the star players, when their joints start to fall apart like that all the time, they may have been on stuff. Like it's well known LeBron has been on something,
He's been on HGH.
and the league lets it happen.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
Like it's pretty easy to see the MLB let Ohtani get away with gambling.
You think so?
I really do.
The more things I keep seeing.
Why would he sign for $2 million a year if he wasn't going to just
to
rake in
defer
gambling
to
money?
Dodgers.
I'm shocked
Yeah.
that even
Yes.
Half
He's
his income,
gambling.
half his income was from gambling.
No, dude. They have you seen the numbers? They were in
Do
debt.
you? There were people on the Angels that got busted.
Yeah, they were in debt. The guy
There,
was in.
yeah, there were
the
people
translator-
on the Angels that got busted.
I know, but I'm saying.
So like the Angels clearly had a gambling culture.
I know, but I'm
I'm
yeah,
just
but that doesn't
shocked.
mean he deferred half of it. So he wasn't making money from gambling.
I'm a
I
little
don't know.
shocked that the state of California is even letting them get away with that.
They're not. They're like suing. Like they're.
They're probably like,
they're-
what the fuck?
yeah,
We're
they're
getting that
petitioning
money. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think LeBron was. I mean, pretty. Everyone says LeBron was on something. I think Ohtani gambled. I mean,
Peyton Manning was.
Peyton Manning. Yeah. Oh, my wife got shipped HGH. Yeah. Okay,
For
dude.
what? What's your wife doing with
Your wife
HGH?
just happened
Oh,
to get.
for his neck.
Yeah, your wife just happened to get HGH shipped to
Yeah.
her the same year you had neck surgery.
Yeah. She got into pickleball. Yeah, she wanted to.
Yeah,
you know.
That's amazing. Forgot about
The
that.
like the league's just like Jordan too. Like the league absolutely covered up his suspension.
I saw this whole
that
theory.
100%.
You see what Gilbert Arenas said about how every player in the 80s and 90s were juicing?
Yeah.
He was like, that's why half of them were all bald.
It was
And they
legal.
were all fighting each other every other game.
It was legal.
Yeah, they didn't test.
Well, Jordan was with the gambling. Yeah.
Yeah, he said.
I wouldn't be shocked if Jordan was on something too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he might have been.
But at the same, like Jordan's such a hardo. There's no way he didn't. But at the same time, he's such a hardo that he would be the guy that's like, I'm better than you and I don't even have it.
Yeah.
Like he would intentionally not take it to just like shit talk that he's better than them without it.
I
Yeah.
think they should just open up like testosterone and like HGH stuff to just everyone. Just
I
be
think
like,
it should be fine for recovery.
Yeah.
I
Like
think so.
if you have a
Adrian
big injury-
Peterson, after he tore his ACL and then ran for 2,000 yards the next year, absolutely on HGH.
Yeah.
Pettit.
Testosterone should
Andy
be.
Pettit.
You should be allowed to be on testosterone.
I think Andy Pettit's the perfect example for it. Like Pettit got
Yes.
popped, and they were like, "Yeah, in your time frame, you tested like you never played with it, but
Cespedes.
you tested positive, and
Yeah.
we can test you anytime. So we can't prove you didn't play with it, but you, as far as we can tell, you didn't."
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, I used it for recovery."
Imagine pitchers right now on steroids. They just brought that back.
Not
I already
even
think
not even
Mason Miller
steroids,
would be
but
great.
like you should be allowed with
Imagine
like
steroids
a
in the
league
NFL.
monitored HGH if you are recovering from a long term injury.
Imagine like Brian Dawkins on steroids.
Imagine Giancarlo, like if he
Yeah.
could just take HGH.
Yeah, but like imagine the
Are we
psychos.
positive he
You
has
have the
them? And never get
psychos in
hurt?
Football. Yeah, he'd never get hurt.
He's
Imagine-
kind of the perfect example. He gets a lot of soft tissue injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was jogging around third.
Well,
base.
no, with the steroid stuff, it's always the joints.
yeah, yeah,
Like that's why A-Rod's hips fell apart.
yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
DeGrom's elbow.
DeGrom's elbow.
DeGrom, I think, was
DeGrom.
juicing.
There's no way a dude his size just constantly throws harder every year.
You think Mason Miller's on steroids?
I don't know because he's only played 1 year.
Dude, DeGrom's still not back.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's
when
throwing,
coming
though,
back.
so
He's
throwing
like
up
he
and
may
down.
never come back.
He's throwing. He's going to be back.
And he's quietly become 36 years old in
Mhm.
like a
That's
heartbeat.
crazy to me too.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's that old.
Well, he came up as like a 26-year-old rookie.
I remember after the
Yeah.
last Cy
He's
Young
really
he won
judged, too.
when I was talking to Demo and he's like, DeGrom's a Hall of Famer, right? I'm like, no. He's got like 50 wins.
No, he can't.
I
be.
said,
Yeah.
I
how
think-
many Cy Youngs do you have? 3?
I know, but
Two.
hear me out here.
Two.
I think
He would have had to get to 4 and like 100
4
wins.
and 100 wins, and people would be like, okay, he dominated on bad teams.
Yeah, he would have had to have
I
like the
think-
Sandy.
I think with
Koufax.
2 Cy Youngs and under 100 wins, you're not in.
No,
this
I
could
agree.
be dumb, but I
agree.
think like nowadays, I think the Hall of Fame in every sport is going to be a lot more lenient.
No. Hall of
I can
Fame,
totally
it's the
see
Hall
that.
of Fame, not the Hall of I had 3 good years.
Yeah, but for example, look at basketball. They're letting everyone.
Basketball's Hall of Fame's a
Basketball's
joke.
different. But listen,
Nobody respects that Hall
I
of Fame.
think here's kind of like the baseline if you're going to be that type of pitcher. So Sandy Koufax, 165 wins,
Mhm.
almost 2,400 strikeouts, 3 Cy Youngs, 4-time World Series champion.
Mhm.
If you want to count that. DeGrom,
Sandy was the definition of a really good pitcher on bad teams.
yeah, I mean he won World Series.
Yeah, but you could say that about.
Oh
DeGrom,
yeah, but
too.
like he didn't get really good till he was older.
yeah. So DeGrom, 84 wins,
Mm-hmm.
oh my god,
1,600 strikeouts,
How many innings?
2 Cy Youngs. Let's see how many innings.
Does he even have 1,000 innings yet?
I'll have to go to his stats
that'd be
here.
pretty impressive. He didn't.
I'm gonna say he probably doesn't.
I'm gonna say low 1,000s.
You think low 1000s?
Yeah, like a 1,300.
He has
Yes.
thrown
1300.
1,300. Yeah,
Dead on.
1356.
Oh wow, I thought wow.
yeah.
But like CeCe had 3,000 innings. You know,
Just like
And
ridiculous,
strikeouts,
yeah.
right?
yeah.
Okay, so for his strikeout ratio, that's basically a little over a strikeout an inning.
Yeah.
pretty much. So
CeCe
I guess that's
had-
good. But
CeCe had 3,500 innings.
Yeah.
And 3,093 strikeouts.
Yeah, CeCe's a Hall of Famer in my opinion.
I think so too.
100%.
Just on counting stats.
100%. He's all.
He's got a
3,000 strikeouts.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I think that's the benchmark. Still.
Yeah.
yeah.
Strikeouts.
Like I don't care how many wins you have. He's also got like 250 something wins.
I do think 3,000
Yes.
strikeouts, 500 home runs still get you automatically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it should.
He has
It should.
251.
Yeah.
I think 250 is the new 300 with pitcher wins.
I would say so. Yeah, I would
What's
say that's-
what's Greinke looking like?
I think he only needs like a few more strikeouts to get to like 3,000.
and they're gonna have to put him in.
I don't feel like Zach Greinke should be a
He's
Hall
got
of Famer.
225 wins.
I'm a strict baseball Hall of Fame guy.
33
I think it's the most
100 innings
strict
pitched.
of them all.
Yeah, until Tim Raines got
And
in. Or Harold
2,000
Baines. Sorry.
Yes, 2,979
Baines.
strikeouts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he's
But
a Cy
Greinke-
Young Award winner.
He's not on a team, so he's not going to get any more.
he's not. He's not on
No,
the
he was
Royals.
on the Royals last year.
His stats are basically locked in at that point.
The Mets will sign him, take him out of the pen.
5.6 ERA or 5.
Yeah, the problem is his fastball's like 83 miles an hour.
Yeah, he's gonna have to.
He's not Jamie Moyer.
He had a
Yeah.
3.68 his second to last year.
Yeah, because he put everything he had on the line.
Yeah. 90.
Yeah.
He had 97 strikeouts last year.
How many innings?
He had 142 innings.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. 73-62. Yeah.
So like,
We went off our football.
well, but
pod.
pitchers
Yeah.
pitchers from this era that I think should be in the Hall of Fame are Kershaw, Verlander, Scherzer,
Yeah, definitely.
I
and
think
even
DeGrom-
Scherzer for me is like I have to hear
I
his
think
numbers.
DeGrom gets in.
DeGrom does not deserve to be in.
Beth Felix.
I don't know what Felix's counting stats are.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll
I
look
think-
up Scherzer.
I think Felix has a chance.
Felix has a chance.
I also think players will tell you Felix Hernandez should be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but players
No,
are
he won't
not.
be a Hall of Famer.
What does he have?
2,729 innings pitched and 2,500 strikeouts.
Well, Scherzer's
With
gonna
and
get.
how many Cy Youngs does Felix have?
One and a perfect game.
So Felix is, I think, the bottom of my ladder. Like if Felix gets in, I'm not
They're
upset.
going to use advanced stats too. The ERA
I know.
plus is going to be a big
If Felix
one.
gets in, I'm not upset, but I wouldn't put him in.
Scherzer's definitely in. He's almost got 3,400 strikeouts.
Okay, yeah, Scherzer's
Holy
in.
shit. He
Yeah,
had
215 wins too in today's era. is
Yeah.
actually
How many
pretty
Cy Youngs does Scherzer have? 2 or 3?
good. 3.
Yeah, Scherzer's in. He's a lock.
Oh no, Mets.
Oh, Mets.
What'd they do?
Wait till you
He
see a
just made a
wait till
bad
you see a
play,
replay of
right?
this.
Oh my god, that would have been the wow. Frank's going to freak out.
Yeah, he is. Who's the right fielder, Greg?
Tyrone Taylor. What'd he do?
Yeah, just watch.
That was bad. He's an ERA title winner too, 2 times.
Yeah, so Scherzer's a lock.
Felix, I meant. But
Oh,
Scherzer, yeah,
okay.
Scherzer's going to get in.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm good with Felix getting in after hearing
I'm
that.
sure Kershaw's already.
Yeah,
at
watch this.
3,000.
It just landed in front of him.
Oh, took a weird hop.
Not even. He just came at it the
Yeah.
wrong way.
How many strikeouts do you think Kershaw has?
In
We're
his
getting off
career?
track, but I don't care.
In his career?
Yeah,
2,900.
29-44.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. So he's so.
He's a
close
lock.
to-
But he's a lock.
yeah, he's a lock.
How many
He's got-
Cy Youngs does he have? 3?
3 or 4?
Yes, and an MVP. 3 and an MVP.
Yeah, he's in.
And,
And we know Verlander has 3 or 4.
4.8 ERA too, and the
Yeah,
pitching
Verlander,
triple crown.
Scherzer, definitely. Yeah.
Verlander, I want to see his counting stats.
Verlander, I think,
Cy
is
Young,
over 3,000.
MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to be at this point. Yeah, he's at
Scherzer got his
33.
3,000 strikeouts.
Cole will probably get there. Problem is Cole bloomed late. These guys
he did.
didn't.
He's got a lot of time though, Cole.
He's got
some
like
time.
I think 4 years of being like a top 2 rotational guy.
You know what, too? I could see Cole being a guy like Smoltz. Like, if he starts to tail off, you just throw him in the pen.
Well,
He's
Cole's
enough of
also
a competitor.
already started to locate his fastball more,
He looked better on Sunday.
Cole is at 2,100.
but he's got a Cy Young or 2. He's got 2 Cy Youngs.
He's one.
Oh, and he won with
Jesus.
Astros.
Nope, Verlander won it that year,
Oh,
and he shouldn't have won it that year. Cole should have won it.
yeah. So
Cole
Cole's
dominated
got,
that year.
Yeah, but you know what, Cole. If Felix will get in, Cole will get in. By the time Cole's done,
I think so, too.
yeah.
Because you know what? Cole's
I think Cole and Felix are on the same level. Like they're not from start of their career to the end of their career dominant like Kershaw,
I think
Verlander.
right now
Scherzer.
Cole is on the same level as Felix Hernandez. Right now,
I need to see one more ace year out of Cole.
they both have one Cy Young. I mean,
I
Yeah, but
think-
Felix was one of the best pitchers in the league for like 7 years.
I think Cole's going to get to 3,000.
How
Cole
long-
only
so
really
how long
broke
do you
out
think
around
it's
what
been?
2018.
yeah, how long do you think it's been?
But he's missed this year basically.
I feel like Cole was
So
always
he's only got
pretty good.
5 years of, like I said, he needs like one more ace year to be on Felix level.
From 2018 to 2023, he's had 1,400 strikeouts
Mhm.
and a 2.9.
No, yeah, like I said, that's 5 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
he'll get.
But
to
Felix
3,000 easy.
had like a 7-year peak of just being
He was-
disgusting.
I mean, he was good. Cole was an all-star when he was 24.
Yeah, he was always
All Star is
good.
different than being
2.6,
like an
he,
ace.
he had a 2.6, 200 innings pitched,
With
202
Pittsburgh?
strikeouts. Yeah,
But
But
alone,
then-
he's already at almost 2,200 strikeouts.
Yeah.
It's going to be. He's going to cakewalk to
Yeah,
3,000. Yeah.
yeah, 7 more good years or 6.
7 years.
I can't believe
of-
he's already 33 though.
I know.
Wow.
He needs to have 3 years of like Cy Young level 240 strikeouts.
If he wins,
Yeah,
like
and he'll be
Cy
right there.
Young, and then he's
He
honestly
needs 900 strikeouts in 7 years.
he
He'll
can
get
do
there
that. Yeah.
because
He'll mess it up.
he'll get 400 to 600 within the next 2 or 3.
If
Yeah.
COVID was full season, he'd probably have about 2,300 right now.
How many did he have in COVID year?
94.
So then add about 150.
Should they beef up those stats for a full year?
No, because then Luke Voigt would have like a 60 home run year.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
he was 4th in Cy Young.
They should
that year.
give everybody like
We were-
5 more home runs. Yeah.
I mean, I talk about this with Connor all the time. We look at Aaron Judge's numbers. He's only missed a couple games in his career to like a soft tissue injury.
Mhm.
And so in 2017, he had the MVP stolen by Altuve.
Yep.
In 2018, he got hit on the hand and hit like
Played
28 home runs.
112 games, so he missed 50 games.
Yeah.
And hit what, 28 home runs.
27.
And then the next year was the rib thing
Played 102, missed 60 games,
and hit
27 home runs.
like the guy's putting up 20, like
I know.
almost 30 home runs in 100
He's
games.
putting up full seasons.
It's kind of
for people.
ridiculous.
And then COVID.
yeah, COVID.
So you're talking about, fluke injuries have taken now
almost
200 games from
200
him
plus games
in his first 4 years.
Yeah.
COVID and then last year he missed 60 more games
He
because of the
missed,
fucking Dodgers wall.
He missed.
I mean,
50
that's-
something.
So Judge has missed about 250 career games because of a
Yeah.
hand injury where he got hit by a pitch, a rib injury where the Yankee doctors didn't see a broken rib, and then a toe injury
Foot injury
from the Dodgers concrete wall, and then COVID.
Yeah.
So you're talking how many? I mean, he hits 50 home runs in 160 games plus 100 more. That's
missing out.
that's 90 home runs more from 80. That minimum 70 more home runs from Aaron Judge,
Yeah, I
and he's already at 290.
think you could say
288.
safely.
So he'd be at 350 right now.
he's going to
Yeah.
be at 300 by the end of the year.
But like Aaron Judge should be at 350 home runs starting this year,
and he should be able to like cruise to like 500.
easy.
I think. Well, at this rate,
At this rate, he's going to get he's pushing 6.
I think he'll get at
He's
least
gonna
five.
get
If he can play 4 more years at this level,
Yeah.
he's going to be at 550.
do you think if he was ready at 23, 24,
He'd be probably high 4s
which is kind of crazy.
Probably.
if he came up 3 years
He'd
earlier.
be like Trout level. What's Trout got? Like 4 something?
Trout might be in the
Um,
3s.
I think he
in the
might have like
threes.
350.
Trout's counting stats are not as good as you'd think.
Trout
Trout will be in the
has-
Hall of Fame because of his peak,
Trout
and
has
he kept it.
378 home runs.
378.
Like he'll finish with 400, but
He's-
I don't think he gets to 5.
He's going to be a Hall of Famer.
I don't think he gets to 5 though.
I don't think he could stay
Um,
healthy enough.
No, that's the thing.
He's 32.
If he can stay healthy for 3 to 4 more years in a row, he can get to 5. But
You wonder what his power will be still.
well, last year he had a pretty healthy year, right?
No. Played 82 games.
What did he do in those?
82 games.
263, 367, 490. Had 18 home runs.
Wow.
In
18.
2022,
That's maybe what I'm thinking of.
He
It
got
looked like
hurt.
Trout was back.
yeah, he got hurt, and then he played 119 games, hit 40 home runs.
Yeah.
283. Because I remember towards the end of the
But
season,
you
he
can't
was
judge
ripping
2 years
home
ago. You got to look at what was he doing this year before he got hurt?
29 games. He was playing well. 29 games, 10 home runs.
Okay.
He was hitting 220 actually.
Okay,
so he was
so-
just slugging.
Trout might be not Trout anymore.
He had an 867.
It's going to be tough for him.
He's a Hall of Famer now.
Well, yeah, because he was so good.
Yeah, for a long time too. He came up at when did Trout come up? 13.
I
Maybe
think
12?
so. I think it was 2012.
Him and Harper came up the same year,
Same
right?
year.
Or was
Yeah.
it one after the other?
No, I
Mike
think it was
Trout-
the same
Mike
year.
Trout came up in 2011
Wow.
when he was 19. Played 40 games.
Okay, so he wasn't a rookie
First
that
full
year.
season was 2012,
Yeah,
and then Harper was 2012.
and they both won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, crazy.
Harper's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Listen, so Harper,
He's fucking
when he won
rolling.
MVP
That dude's rolling.
when he won MVP in 2021,
hmm
he had 35 home runs in 141 games played, 35 home runs, hit 309,
Jesus.
and had 84 RBIs.
Nice.
Currently,
I know we've been talking baseball for a while, but we had like an hour of football talk in there
I
too.
know.
Currently-
We're on like 15 minutes of baseball talk.
Aaron Judge.
We should end this soon because we got to do about 10 minutes of WNBA talk to finish it up.
You know,
It's true.
I could talk about the WNBA.
Currently,
I'm into it. I'm into
Clark
it.
had a great game the other day.
I'm in. Yeah, she almost had a triple double.
Yeah, she's killing it.
Yeah, I was saying currently Judge has 84 games played, 31 home runs, 82 RBIs, hitting 316.
He has a full season of baseball stats in
I know.
80 games.
He is
So ridiculous.
Bryce Harper's MVP season.
Nuts.
2021.
I know. I saw the stats when he was playing the Mets. I was like, Jesus Christ.
He may legitimately be pushing 100 RBIs and 35 home runs. When's the All-Star break? Mid-July?
Yes, I
Yeah.
think there's. I want to say like
12 games left maybe.
So he's pushing,
I
what's
think.
his pace? 70 home runs, just about.
And
They're
you got to
not even-
remember,
I
he
think
had
his
3.5
pace is like
weeks where he hit a
only
$180
Yeah.
to start the season. I think I saw somewhere that someone
12
extrapolated those first 3.5 weeks at like the pace that he's had since then.
Yeah.
And if he had hit like that, he'd be at like 39 home runs and like 110 RBIs already.
that's
nukes him.
absurd. 39.
Like
home runs.
on the season, he'd be on pace for like 77 home runs and like 168 RBIs.
That's
That home run that he hit against the Mets just kept traveling.
Yeah.
It was just like, it just
Yeah.
kept going.
It just
going,
looks so
going.
easy for him
I
too.
know. It looked like a pop out. Yeah.
Like you see, he takes these swings and like normally with these power, like a Vladdy home run, when he gets that bat around
Yeah.
and he just mashes it, and you're like, oh, Vladdy just hit a piece. Judge hits it and it's just
Just
this
so
like
smooth.
smooth,
Yeah.
like low. It's like when A-Rod used to hit home runs.
Judge is a contact hitter with insane power.
Yeah, he's
Just
right
so
until
big.
Quan
He's
qualifies.
hitting
Judge is in the
316.
Triple Crown.
It's
He's
crazy.
hitting 316. It's crazy.
It's insane.
It's we've now reached the era of if he's healthy, Judge is the MVP.
yeah, I think so.
Like year to year, someone has to have. It's like Otani.
Now that Otani,
If Otani is healthy, he's the MVP in the
Yeah.
NL. If
think-
Judge is healthy, he's the AL
I think he's
MVP.
gonna win it this year too.
Otani,
Yeah,
yeah, he's. I mean,
He's
the problem is
fucking
if
raking.
someone else has an okay, like a good year as a position player, they'll give it to them.
Is he going to start to
Low-key was
pitch?
supposed
Is
to.
Otani going to start to pitch?
apparently they might try to have him relieve like
Come out of the
late
bullpen.
in the year.
Fucking hell,
So he's throwing.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's throwing off a mound.
Is Mookie still hurt?
Yeah,
Yeah.
broke his hand.
yeah, he's gonna be out for a couple months.
While, and then he probably won't be the same for a while.
They want him for playoffs,
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they're going to.
but yeah, I don't know what anyone else in the NL is doing right now. So
No,
Reyes is really just high batting average.
yeah,
I don't really think
I don't know. I'm gonna do a deep
Anyone
dive
else
into
doing
this
that?
when I get home later.
because Soto's
Yeah.
been in the NL for years, so you'd always think it'd be Soto.
Freddie Freeman usually had a good. What's Harper up to?
He's having a
crushing.
good year.
He's crushing.
Okay, so maybe they do. Well, Harper's first base, so it's not like that's much different than a
No.
DH. But
Harper's hitting 303, 20 home runs, 58 RBIs,
yeah, he's not gonna. If
981 OPS.
okay, so if he can continue that pace and hit like 45 homers while playing the field, and he's only like
Probably
10
won't.
behind Otani,
Yeah,
then he'll be in real consideration.
It's
Yeah.
kind of crazy. The best hitters right now are in the AL.
The problem though is if
I'm looking
Otani
at
comes
just
out of the
home runs.
bullpen, he's a lock.
Yeah, he's a lock.
Like if he comes out of the bullpen late in the season, he's a lock for
If he gets
MVP.
10 saves, he's a lock.
Not even just if he throws 40 innings, he's a lock. Because they'll use him like the Yankees use Michael King. He'll go 3 innings at a time.
Same way.
Yeah.
Tony's got 26 home runs.
Yeah.
That's-
Gunner's not cooling off either.
That was not an error on Tyrone
Yeah,
Taylor.
Gunner's.
He never touched the ball.
Gunner had a golden sombrero last night.
Nice. I like
Yeah.
him. The Orioles.
This kid's going to hit a home run.
Oh, yeah. All right. We got to live stream the
Yeah.
James Wood at bat.
Yeah.
James Wood.
And then we'll sign off for the night.
This
Bottom of the
dude-
ninth. If James Wood walks off the Mets in his first game,
I love this guy. I saw this dude in spring training, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
James
Where
Wood
did
is
this guy
about to
come
end
from?
the Grimace era.
Yeah, he's about to end it.
Looks so
Oh,
young.
that's got to be his dad.
That's his dad. Yeah.
Probably the best coach in the in like his town.
That's a football coach. I'm sorry.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
He's a big man.
But you know what? That dude probably throws awesome BP.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Probably
dude
guy sitting on the bucket, boom,
just
boom,
whipping
boom.
balls, and then he goes
Yeah.
10 feet back and then just
Yeah.
throws a 68 mile an hour dot.
The only semi-confidence I have here is lefty-lefty.
Mhm.
But
I don't know.
if this was Ottavino, this would have been a pimp shot.
Yeah. Diekman's a fastball guy, so
Jeez.
that was the
All
pitch
right,
you got to
you
hit.
can't throw him a fastball.
I like
the
this
rest of your
dude's
bet.
bat.
Well, now you can throw the fastball because you got the 0-1.
All red bat. That's cool.
I really like those National City Connects with the pink.
They are cool.
I think
all right.
that was one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
They're all right.
Oh,
Run it out. He's fast.
yeah. Oh, take 2. Oh, you don't worry about your helmet, dude.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Safe.
Dude, he's fast.
Oh, he came off the base.
He's fast.
Mets are going to review that.
You think he came off?
How
I think-
tall is
I think
he?
he slid
He's
past.
like, what,
6'7", yeah. That's the new style of player. They're not Giancarlos. They're not Judges.
Yeah,
They're the
big,
Ellies,
tall.
the
They're
O'Neills.
athletic.
Spencer
Mauricio's-
Jones is built like that too.
Yeah, Mauricio's just
Dude,
built
why,
just like that
why
too.
can't
Mauricio?
Why can't
Yeah,
pitchers?
on
He's
the-
like 6'4", I think.
Yeah, but when you look
Ooh.
at him in the box, I was like, whoa, this guy's huge.
But that's the new style of player. It's guys built like shooting guards that now play baseball.
good.
Why can't pitchers make this throw in the major leagues? Like this is like they're like
I don't know.
What's with all the young guys having a helmet the size up too? Volpe's helmet always flies off.
Well, they all have the dreads now.
Oh, so it's not like tight up.
But yeah,
like a
Volpe's
helmet.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
I think he's off.
I was talking like other guys too.
what we just hung on.
That left hand stayed on.
he
Yeah.
just hung on.
All right, I lied. We're not getting off yet. We're gonna watch the bottom of the ninth.
Who's up?
Oh wow,
Who's this?
that's got to be a catcher. Yep,
Ruiz. Kelbert.
Keibert.
Is it?
I think it's Keibert.
Oh man, that's it. Oh wait, there's only one.
I
out.
thought he threw that ball away too. I was like, oh my god, dude.
Was that Vientos over there or Beatty?
That's Vientos, I think. Oh, they might have moved Iglesias over there for defense.
I like Vientos.
Yeah.
He's got. I'm shocked by his
He
power.
reminds me of JD Martinez.
The Mets should trade Beatty as soon as they can.
I think they're gonna. I was looking at Beatty's splits from
Not good.
like major leagues. He's raking in the minor leagues, but there's such a big
He's
skew.
a quadruple A guy.
Yeah,
He reminds me a lot of Eduardo Nunez when he first came
I
up.
think they'll trade him for an arm.
but he's
they should.
young too, so like that's just a guy who may need another year to just.
He's kind of
Yeah, but the Mets can't risk sitting on him and him being another Dom
Yeah,
Smith.
it doesn't really matter because they have a ton of prospects in the infield
taking
anyway.
over that position.
They
though.
have
Yeah, but you can't
Acuna
wait.
and
Yeah, so you
Mauricio.
have a ton of prospects, so you trade Brett Beatty.
Yeah, but if they don't, I mean, yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
but so you trade him because you have a plethora of prospects.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I think Vientos is kind of taken over that spot.
yeah,
So
yeah. Because Vientos has shown that he can hit at the major league
he has
level.
legit power.
Yeah.
Like he
Trade Beatty to like the Rockies.
just gets him.
Yeah,
Get
for
an
a
arm.
bullpen guy. I like Justin Lawrence out there.
Yeah, I would try to even like Chicago,
Yeah.
like White Sox, like
Will
try to go
Rockies
get.
pitcher ever win Cy Young?
No, actually, I think the Rockies pitcher may have a better chance of winning Cy Young
Oh Jesus!
if he has a good year.
Yeah,
Because if a Rockies pitcher goes out there and throws 200 innings,
Like a
240
3-3.
strikeouts, and like a 3-1, and has
Maybe
the
like
same like
3-3.
kind of stats as a guy that has a 2-1, they'll be like, yeah, but he's in Colorado.
Yeah,
yeah. And they'd have to go innings pitch too.
Well, I'm saying if he had like if Cole, not Cole, but like if
Imagine he just Cy Youngs. it,
if
and
like
just has,
Kershaw had like 200
300
innings and the Rockies pitcher had like 190,
Yeah.
and they had similar strikeouts, and the Rockies pitcher had like a full run more, I think he'd get legitimate
I
talks.
think so too. Look at this funky defense.
Oh, where's the left field?
Why are you playing the infield in with 2 outs? Corners. That's the game.
Oh man. Oh man.
Oh wow.
Tyrone Taylor made up for his life right there, buddy.
Wow.
All right. Well, that's the end of the 9th.
right.
Mets may score a run on the top, but we did like an hour 25
Yeah, it was good.
on a day where there's. I mean, we did about half an hour. We did about a half hour of baseball,
That's all
but
right.
Yeah.
but that's what's going on July 1st. Not
Yeah.
much football.
The dog days.
The dog days
Um,
of summer.
I really encourage everyone to listen to those Giants interviews with the position players.
Yeah, they were good.
I have to imagine
They were
more
good.
will be coming out with more positions.
Yeah.
But camp starts in
Couple weeks.
28 days.
Yeah.
4
So-
weeks. We'll try to get, we'll do one more episode between now and then.
Yeah, we'll get some in.
And then once camp starts, we'll get really
We're
in
gonna
the swing
be
of it.
fucking full force.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
there's just not much to do in the summer.
No.
We're not talking Giants. This isn't our job.
Yeah.
So enjoy your summer, guys.
All right. Take it easy.
Happy July
Happy
4th. Take it easy.